Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com, and I want to welcome you here this evening in the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. Everybody can watch, but only members who have the icon next to their name can be in the chat room. And we're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a hot topic, the Great Recession illusion. Don't be fooled. Get ready, folks. It's time. It's upon us because interest rates are going to rise. We're going to talk about it. Let me know what you're thinking. And welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to point out something because those of you who have the icon, members of the channel, you can always join me on the live streams. And what I mean by that is not just in the chat room and by watching, but you can join me on the screen. It could be 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3. All of us could be on screen if you want. If you ever feel like it, you can join us. And where do you get that link? It's under the community tab on the YouTube channel. So I want to thank you so much for being here. And already we have Mrs. Cool in the house. In case you don't know who that is, that's Maria Barnes, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my, she now has the icon next to her name as well. I humbly appreciate you becoming a member of the channel. Thank you so much, Maria Barnes. You've always given much support and love, so I appreciate that as well. Auntie Val is in the house. This is Professor Auntie Val, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it is. High regard, high esteem. She's in the house and, of course, has the icon. That's how she can be in the chat room tonight. It's the Great Recession. And by the way, I always say this. She has the #1 investment of 2021 was from Professor Auntie Val. And that's how she got the name along with her education for the SSN Nation that has helped us out. And she has her tagline, good evening, fam. And she has the heart and she has the strength and the support. So thank you so much once again for being here on the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. And oh my, Victor Marrero is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. He has the icon, of course. That's the only way you can be in the chat room. And I want to thank you so much for being here. And he brings his tagline, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, all. And let's do this. And that's what we plan on doing. We have to talk about this great reset, the illusion. You guys are being fooled. There will be a great reset, but there's an illusion when they start talking about the stock market going up, crypto going up, housing prices going up. And oh, by the way, I got to give a shout out because Mr. Financial on Monday night when we were doing Money Making Monday live stream, and he mentioned that there was somebody selling their 600K house. And then they're going to go rent because they think the housing prices are going down. The other part to the story is he also accumulated about $200,000 to $250,000 of equity, ladies and gentlemen. And in case you don't know the rules, you don't have capital gains because you get to spend $250,000 later. So therefore, you won't be taxed upon it. So I got to give a shout out to that. And the person, Mr. Fain, is the person, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, he went to the U of F as well. In case anybody doesn't know where that is, it's University of Florida. And actually, he graduated. I don't know if he graduated. I think he did. And then he played in the NFL for a few years. You know, NFL, you guys know, only play like 4 years. What was it? 4.5 years or something like that. I believe he played about 4 or 5 years. And he was hurt a few years. So once again, he wasn't one of those high-profile athletes getting $10 million signing bonuses. So some of you would say, oh, he did very well because he was an athlete. But incorrect. He was young. He was spending his money. He did like a 20-year employment, a job. But during that time, he was investing in real estate. But tonight it's the global reset. And once again, that has something to do with it, because if there is a global reset, he has cash. He also has a situation where if the prices of real estate goes down, he has his duffel bag of cash all ready to unload to pick up the pieces left over. So that's the great reset, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have it now, you're not going to have it later. And we're going to get into some of that. So let's see what we're going to be talking about. Let me start it off. I got to start something else off as well. And I this is kind of out of what we're kind of doing, but it also will go hand in hand later on, because when you have a global reset, think about this. This is what I was talking about. We'll use the Mr. Fane thing, right? He has bought a house. Let's call it, I don't know what it was. Let's just say it was $350,000. All right. And then let's say he turns around and sells it for $600,000. That means he has $250,000 profit, right? And so then he's going to go and rent. Now, what are you supposed to do, SSN Nation, if somebody has $250,000 sitting around? You're not going to put it in the bank. You're going to put it in some vehicle that makes your money work for you. So even if it only gets you 5, 6, 7, 8% on your money, that's still better than zero. But the point I'm trying to make is that will be enough for you to rent at a location. $1,500, $2,000 a month, who knows? But all I'm saying is you can pay $24,000 a year. You can pay $36,000 a year, $36,000 in a year and a half or something of that nature. And all the while you're ready to pounce when real estate goes down and they're trying to do the Great Recession, where what's going to happen? Lots of people, ordinary citizens, that's us, the OCs, we're going to lose potentially homes, land, valuables, assets, and then they get to come pick it up. And then they say, just what's happening already. You guys are getting a clue yet. Do you think rental prices are going to come down? Hell no. When the top dogs have the majority of the assets, they're going to price your behinds out. That's right. Your behinds, meaning those of you who aren't making plans to get some assets so you have passive income coming in, because that's the only way the global reset will not affect you. But if you're out here playing around, buying all this stuff that goes down in value, that will not help you when they all of a sudden go, you know, your rental price is $4,000 a month. When they tell you, hey, you know that house that you own? You had a loan on it, but we're going to call your loan due. You got that $400,000 sitting around? You ain't going to be able to borrow it. You got that $500,000? Nope. They're going to snap it up, except what they're probably going to do. Think about this. There's lots of bad guys out here. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to go, oh, you don't have that $400,000? You don't have that $500,000? We'll just let you live there. How much was your mortgage? 3 G's? Well, now your mortgage is $4,500. What you going to do? You're going to be locked up. So therefore, when we're talking about getting your own real estate, and when I've been talking about pre-construction for the last year and a half and real estate for the last 4 years, you have to get something that's going to be able to bring you in. And let me get back to the Mr. Fane situation. Here's the kicker that nobody talks about. After you sold your house, after you have the $250,000 profit, right? Imagine this. Victor Morrell can do it. I can do it, luckily. There's a few people that can do this. Imagine that you have a home that's free and clear, that you didn't have to go rent. You get to go sit down in sunny Florida, right? No rents, no monies other than the expenses. Now you're $250. Now that's actually earning more money. So while the Great Recession occurs, your money's making money. It's a beautiful thing, right? So that's the next level that you want to be at, where you do have some place where you can just go, you know what? I'm out. I'm taking my profits and I'm going over here for a year or two. Let's see what happens. Because we know the prices are going down. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. We have Mr. Cool in the house. Mr. and Mrs. Cool with the icons next to their name, Laverne Penix. Thank you so much for being here and welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. Thank you for your support. And he says, hello, SSN Nation. And he says, I hope everyone is doing well. He always ends it with the tagline, let's make some money. That is the object of the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is chess, not checkers. I keep using these references from the training day. I don't know why. But anyhow, we keep doing it, and that's exactly what we need to do. And also, I'll add in the Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, always be making money along with that ABMM. That's what we're trying to do here in the SSN Nation. A lot of people won't know. Here we go. Victor Morrell says, blood fest at the market today. Exactly. The bottom keeps disappearing. That's right. Exactly what you're saying. I love those terminology. Disappearing is exactly it. It's a glass floor that you look down and you're sitting there going, I'm standing here, except one little problem. That floor is moving and it's going down, down. And consider this. What if the little movement so far, we still got another 20, 30% to go, ladies and gentlemen. It is not even close to over yet. Gary White is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. He has the icon next to his name. I appreciate you being here once again and your support. Thank you so much. And he has his tagline already too, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, SSN family. Good evening to you too. And he says, let's get it. That's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen, because we always have the solutions. Don't be afraid, but you're going to have to work. That's right. WORK, work. You're going to have to invest, take risk, because standing pat, I'm sorry, that is no longer an option, ladies and gentlemen. Those days are gone. All right. So let's keep talking about this great reset. Let me get the screen up because I'm going to go to here's what I'm going to go to, because we have some people here who bought at Arco. All right. I know Miguel bought at Arco and a few other people bought at Arco. This is in Vista Cana, Punta Cana. Now, once again, the great reset cannot affect those that have assets as great as those who do not. So anyhow, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because they changed their renderings. And I got to say, it's pretty impressive. So I felt it only right that I should start this out. And there's some other things that I need to say as well. Tomorrow, February 24th through the 27th, you may or may not know that they have the top 10, Punta Cana top 10 projects. They have discounts and special deals like Del Mar, Baha'i, Beachfront Resort and Residences, I believe that was the name of it. They have, if you buy there between the 24th and 27th and you fly there, they'll pay your airfare. How about that? That's for one. That's one that I know. I know two of them. So hold on. I got to get my phone up here. But you can see the Arco. And the other part is, well, you have to know the builder, Noriega. So in Vista Cana, there's Noriega's building, I can't remember if it's REA. I think they're building REA, downtown Punta Cana. They're also building the Lagoons at Vista Cana. And I think they're building something else like around they're definitely building in Santo Domingo, and they're definitely building somewhere else around the island. But 5% off discount on certain projects that they have. Noriega. All right. Just giving you an idea. So those are some of the things that you need to know, because these are assets, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this Arco now. They've changed it where they actually have the arches and it's white. Look at this. This is impressive if it looked like this, but we know it's across the street from the golf course, which is very, very interesting how this picture looks, because the way this picture looks and where Arco is supposed to sit, the golf course will not be this close. At least it doesn't look that close, because it appears the clubhouse is going to be across the street. So I don't know how that green could be across the street, but I will say this. If it ended up being like this, this would be impressive. I have to admit. Let me know what you guys think. Arco, This is where you can get a penthouse for $189,000 or $199,000. I don't remember the reason why. One was with a jacuzzi, one was without, I believe. But all properties are under 200,000 still. All right. So just keep that in mind. And this is looking a lot better than their original Arco. And this is the penthouse unit, which is impressive if it has that much space. And once again, 128 units, 4 levels of construction. And this is a very interesting design. If they actually make this like this would be impressive. You see that water right there? That is always a cool thing. And the building is actually sideways, it appears in this image, this rendering. If it comes out looking anywhere near what this layout is, meaning that golf course, that is a little bit cachet. And I love a few other things about this project. But again, I don't know the prices off the top of my head for this project because I just loaded this up before we started talking about the subject matter tonight, because this will stop you from being messed up during the global reset. You can lock in prices. You're not going to care if you bought something for $199,000. Let's just say 2-bedroom penthouse. That's what this is right here. This is the terrace. And the price goes down to the value is 100 grand. You're not going to care about that. You know why? If you live in it, you're not going to care. And if you rent it, you're still not going to care because you're going to have money coming in. You're going to have passive income coming in from this project. So either way, you're not going to care. Call me in 10 years. Call me in 5 years. Because we're going to still be making money on this thing, right? So that's why you have to lock in assets now, because what's going to be the next lever? After inflation and prices price you out, then all of a sudden, you're going to find out inflation kicks in, which now means all your groceries and everything else is going to be ridiculous. Now they're going to lock you that way too. You're going to have to make more money. And where you're going to make more money from? Your job's not going to pay you 20, 30% raises every year. Let's get real. Now, here's some of the amenities here. It looks like there's 2 pools. It looks like now they're going to have their own little mini golf somewhere on their site. So that's cool. They got jacuzzis on the terraces. That's cool, right? They have their own clubhouse. And in their clubhouse, they're going to have a gym. They're going to have the barbecue. Some of you may be able to read this in Spanish. Let's see. Looks like they're going to include washer and dryer. Looks like you got white lines and valet parking. And keep in mind, it's 30% rental program. All right. So I just wanted to show you this real quick because this is going to be the mainstay of, if you want the brochure, send me an email and I can send it to you after this live stream. I'm going to load it up underneath in the description so you can actually download the brochure. All right. And here's some of the pictures here. So if they're going to be nice, these are very nice. If the renderings come out like they're supposed to, this gives you an idea. Like I said, this is across the street. So I don't know these pictures showing the water and all this. I don't know if that's going to happen, but you know it's going to be across the street from the golf course. So I just wanted to show you that. It looks like it's impressive. So hopefully it came through. And yes, it did. So now we can get into some other business matters. All right. So that's what I had to talk about first and foremost, unless Mr. Estacio sends me some more info. Those are the only 2 properties. Del Mare and Noriega's are the only ones I know about discounts. Obviously, tomorrow I'll know about some more in case anybody's going over there. There's a couple of people. And I want to say another shout out, Nadine. Congratulations on getting your unit at Sabana inside Vista Cana at the equestrian place. That was awesome. All right. Now, let me get back onto the screen situation because we're not done. We're not done. You guys know how we do this. We got to talk about some facts. We have to always stay on fact mode. So I'm going to start with, we already know the stock market has gone down, right? I was going to show that, but we already know that. Everybody knows that. But here's what I'm going to show on the screen now. Because What you guys don't understand, many people don't understand, they're saying, I feel pain right now. Well, if you feel pain right now, here's the year to date. So it's only what, 45, almost 60 days, maybe. We're at 50 some days. It's 14%. It's 9.6% S&P, 14.4 NASDAQ, 7.28 for the stocks, but that doesn't help me. FTSE 1.49. The Dow's probably still up. If you call in this pain, then what's going to happen when it's double these numbers? When it's 30%, 40%? What are you going to do then? You're going to have dividend funds or buy dividend funds then when you're in double digits to help offset any inflation? That's what you should be doing. That's what you know who's going to be doing. The top 10 percenters are going to be doing. They're going to be buying it up when it drops 30, 40%, if it drops 30, 40%. But I have a feeling it's going to be some dicey situations coming up, especially if, well, you know, that Russia-Ukraine conflict breaks out. So think about this. If this is pain, what's really going to be pain? Because to me, I'm sitting here laughing when people say, hey, this is painful. I'm like, this is nothing. If you think this is painful, this is just stock market activity. Wait till things really pop off, like when it was 2020 and things dropped 30, 40%. That's when you should have been buying up. And then it went up and you had the opportunities to get your 100%, 500%, 600, 1,000%, and then sell and take that profit, right? You had that opportunity. Well, you're going to have that opportunity again in the Great Reset, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's an illusion. They want you to sit here and panic prematurely. So there's a lot of people panicking right now. They're sitting there going, oh my God, what am I going to do without having a plan? Well, what you should be doing is making sure you get cash flow coming in case something happens. Start a business, right? That's one way. Opus Virtual Office, that's your virtual office. It's down below in the description. Oh, and how can I forget? Please smash the like button. Why? So the YouTube guys know that we're in the house. And if you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching this and you can't get in the chat room, there's a reason. Wednesday Night Lives, only members with the icon. That means you have to be a member of the channel to be in the chat room. Like Maria Barnes, Mrs. Cool signed up as a new member today. So once again, I want to say thank you so much. So what we have to keep in mind here is don't panic. For everything that happens over the last 100 years, there's always an opposite side of the coin that can help you out. It's just that you, as an ordinary citizen in OC, may not be able to take advantage because you don't know how. Well, I'm hoping you guys know how now, because if stock market goes down 30, 40%, that's in correction mode. That's in crash mode. That's when you're supposed to be licking your fingers. I'll take some of that. That's what you should be doing. You know who else is doing that? The top 10% who own 89% of the stock market. That's why they want a global reset, because what'll happen? You won't buy because you're an ordinary citizen. But they will buy because they want to get back to that 92, 93% ownership of the stock market. You guys got to understand what's going on here. You're going to be phased out. And you're going to be the one paying higher taxes. You're going to be the one that they can move around, that they can bully, because you're not going to have options. You want to make sure you have options, ladies and gentlemen, and you can start now. It's not too late, but you got to start. All right. So let me keep going, because I want to show you guys something else. While you're sitting around here working on your behinds off and you're sitting there going, man, what's going to happen? Well, here's the preview. Let me give you a preview. Here's something to think about. See this on the screen? Lenders started the foreclosure process on 11,854 U.S. properties in January 2022. Do you see this? Up 29% from last month and 126% from a year ago. That's foreclosures, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, don't be fooled. Remember, I told you, it's a lot of things that are hush-hush that they don't want you to know about. Now, That is not catastrophic because, last year COVID was a bit higher, but there were some things where you couldn't file foreclosures and you couldn't evict people, things like that. So there's a reason that there could be a high jump. But just so you know, it's been going on, but they're not going to tell you this because once people start panicking, all of a sudden, people are sitting there going, oh my, what am I going to do? And they're not going to put their money in the stock market. They're not going to put their money into anything. They're going to hold on to it going, I don't know what's going to happen. I better make sure I have it. And then you're going to do the next move. Keep it in a bank, right? Except keep one thing in mind when you do this. I'm going to keep it in a bank, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember, you are actually, by giving the bank your money, you are giving it to them. That's what it really is. You're giving it to them. They have the right to do whatever they want with the money, which is what they're doing. And then they don't even have to pay you interest. Keep that in mind. All right. Now, I'm going to get deeper into this because you guys already know about that. But those states that saw the greatest number of foreclosure starts in January 2020 include Florida, California, Texas, Illinois, Ohio. Now, you might not think that's a lot, but it's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. And you also may not be paying attention that interest rates are going up without the Federal Reserve announcing any increase in their federal funds rate. All right? You guys getting the game plan? The Great Reset is an illusion because it's actually happening right before your eyes. And you're sitting here going, what the heck? So this is why, once again, we're back to real estate. You should have your duffel bag of cash ready if you plan on buying a home. And once again, you would be able to buy a home potentially at crash prices, 50%, 60% less than what they are now. It may have started already, and that's why I wanted to show you this. But let me show you something else. Those are large states. Large population of states were the ones I mentioned: Florida, California, Texas. Those are like the top 5 or so. Illinois, Ohio. Well, they're not so much in the top 10 maybe. But check this out. 220 metropolitan statistical areas where population is at least 200,000. Okay, we started lowering the bar. Look at these cities. Minneapolis foreclosures up 300%. Detroit, Michigan up 298%. San Antonio, Texas up 291%. Jacksonville, Florida, and Miami, they're in the 200% as well, ladies and gentlemen. All right? It's already happening. So that's what I'm talking about. It's already happening. Are you going to be prepared? Are you going to do the Fein method? Are you going to do what I told you a friend of mine did in the last Great Recession? He did the same thing, sold his house at these high prices. And then him and his family lived in a freaking, like I said, I think it was like a 2-bedroom apartment. And he had like 2 kids, his wife and him. And he goes, I don't care. In California prices back in the day, it was like $700,000-$800,000. The house dropped to $400,000 that he sold. It dropped to $400,000. He made all this profit. He lived in a place for like a year and a half, 2 years. Then he pounced on places for $450,000 and kept that other $300,000 or whatever it was cash. He saved money and everything. But like I said, the next playbook plan beyond that is SSN Nation plan. If you have a place that you own that's free and clear, you get to go make these decisions. And these are options where you can just go sit somewhere in a free and clear place and wait for the property values to drop. And then you can pounce, wash, rinse, repeat every 10 to 13 years or less. All right, let's see. Here we go. Victor Marrero says, very interesting design for Arco. It appears the units on the far left will have water and Gulf view. Don't think the price will be the same. Hey, the price is the same. But quite frankly, Marrero, I'm questioning the water and the golf course from that angle and those views, I don't think that's going to happen unless that building they have a building already. You guys, Mr. Estacio, I sometimes run on the story feed and sometimes I run shorts. And also, I believe it was Mr. De La Cruz. They went and they filmed, and I have those videos where they're in front of, well, Arco's across the way, and they're at the golf course, but there's a building there. It's, I mean, not a building yet, but the bricks are already been laid. The roof has already been already on it. So therefore, I don't know if that's going to be a possible view, quite frankly, unless they know something I don't know, unless next to that building is going to be some water, but it doesn't make sense because that's where you turn in. So it's kind of weird. So I don't know if they did have that view, good God almighty, that 189, 199 with that penthouse unit overlooking that, or even anybody in that building that's overlooking that would be awesome. I have to agree with you. On the far left, how water and golf views, don't think the price will be the same. No, the price is the same. It's 189, 199. I just don't think the renderings are fair with regard to the water and the green. But yeah, they're all, in fact, I don't even know if they're available, but they should be because those are on the high end. 189, 199, that's high end. 199 with jacuzzi, sweet. And I don't remember, but we'll have to revisit it on another day. But yeah, I like the Arco new design much better than the old design. This one has character to it. I think they had to up the game when Pueblito Carabino showed up that looked like old San Juan with those beautiful colored buildings. I think everybody else was like, oh my, we got to up our game. Let's see what happens. I'm almost anxiously waiting for Panorama to go, hey, we've changed the design a little bit. I mean, I wish that came up. I mean, the design is like a regular condo apartment thing, but if they came up with a different design, I wouldn't be mad, quite frankly, because Arco, they changed. That looks nice to me. And so when you start adding all these nice little places, and never mind about when we had Mr. Estacio and friends on last Friday, I believe it was, where we had, you can make your own custom place. That's pretty interesting as well. But anyhow, let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen, because we were talking about the foreclosures, the Great Reset. And some people are sitting there. I have to pick on you guys. These guys have been stacking metals for the last 10 years, 15 years. And they're thinking, this could be it. This could be it. And I'm thinking, yeah, but the last 10 or 15 years, the last 10 years, the stock market has done thousands of percent. You're not going to get thousands of percent. And even if you do sell that gold and silver, which actually people should get, don't get me wrong, you should get a few pieces of gold and silver, precious metals, but not like stacking it on basis every day, every week, every month or something. I mean, there's a certain percentage, but you have to be diversified. Stocks, real estate, gold, silver. Now you have to turn your gold, silver back into fiat, right? So that's the other thing. So you're back into the system that you're trying to avoid, but you still need to get those because they used to be a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the great global reset. And that's why countries have been going around the world buying up gold and silver and precious metals and socking it away. Now, I want to get you guys to understand what's been happening. So it's been happening all along. I'm about to show you something else. All right. I'm not even going to say what it is until I put it on the screen because I find this very, very hilarious that people are out here working their behinds off, not realizing because you're in a different financial system. You're here working paycheck to paycheck. You're here saying, I need 2 people in a household to make this go. Well, what do you think the billionaires are out here doing? And I granted, we know there's only like 3,800 billionaires, something like that on the planet. There's not that many. But look at this. Here's what they're doing. You think they would figure out, the $50 billion to stop world hunger? Nah, they're not even interested in none of that. Here's what they're interested in. This right here. This right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is funny. The soaring billionaire economy is squeezing the private jet market. This is from December of 2021, but I have to bring this up. This is hilarious to some. To me, it's hilarious. Business jet takeoffs and landings in the U.S. are up 40% year on year. Remember, this is pandemic in 2020 and 2021. Is this incredible? Inventory of used jets is at record lows. Somebody's buying these jets, ladies and gentlemen, and it's below 3% for most major jet manufacturers. You know why? Because they're not subject to the same rules financially as we are. They're sitting there going, hey, when this stuff collapses, we'll be able to fly anywhere, land, buy up whatever we want that's cheap, get back on, and go back to wherever we want to hang out at. That's the coolest spot at the moment. Versatility, options, picking up assets. That's why these guys are grabbing up jets. Don't think, what do you think? You don't see no billionaire sitting there on Instagram, YouTube, and all that, except, well, okay, the guy I always pick on, he brags. Okay, never mind. There's usually billionaires aren't standing in front of jets with pictures. They're handling business behind your back because you're not thinking like a one percenter. They're out here going country to country, and they're sitting there saying, where can I get this cheap stuff? So you can't limit yourself just to the United States. You're not in a bubble. There's a whole world out here, ladies and gentlemen. So even though I talk about Dominican Republic, during a great reset, there's a reason I talk about that. And there's one reason and one reason only. You could find yourself where a country restricts your movements by saying your passport is no good. I know it's far-fetched. You're thinking it's far-fetched. I know, but it could happen. You are the commodity. You're the cattle, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the government going to get money from if citizens do not pay taxes? You do realize the government doesn't make money. They print money. They don't make money like you and I have to do. They just wake up one day and start saying, turn on the printing machine. I'm sorry. Bonds. We got to give out some bonds. Whatever. Printing machine. Okay. You guys got to understand, this is chess, not checkers. And if you think that things are going to change, when did you think that was going to happen? It didn't happen in 2010, 2015, after the Great Recession. It didn't happen in 1990s, after the Great Recession in the 80s. It didn't happen in the 1970s after the oil embargo. People had to stand in 2-3 mile lines just to get gas. Inflation was, hell, interest rates on a house and a car were 14%, 18%, 22%, and stuff like that. Did anything really change? No. And you think it's going to change now? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. The Great Reset is an illusion. Don't be fooled. Get ready, folks. Don't sit here and listen to the headlines and think everything's okay like the Federal Reserve and the government tried to been telling you for the last 3 years. Oh, inflation is only 2% a year. Inflation is only 7% year over year. Come on. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. The Great Recession, it's an illusion, but it's happening right now because you're sitting here all comfy and cozy. Some of you are sitting there running your fireplaces right now, drinking your whatever you're drinking, feeling comfortable. Got some money in the bank. Okay. What happens when the Great Reset comes and they say, you know what, we're just going to go to the digital. That's an option. We're going to go digital. So we're just going to wipe out your bank account. We'll just take all the money. And if we got the right numbers for you, okay, so be it. And if we don't, okay, so be it. We're not going to care because you can't do nothing. What you going to do? If you had $50,000 in a bank and then all of a sudden they wipe you out and say, hey, you know what? We have a bank holiday for a week. They put it back up and they go, well, you got 30,000 in your account. What you going to do? You going to go to the FDIC? FDIC isn't solvent enough to cover your up to $250,000 for hardly any banks. Let's just get that clear. So no, you're not running to any government entity going, let me get my money back. It's a Great Reset, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys are wondering, why does he keep saying illusion? Because it's happening right now. People are having money taken out of their bank accounts, stolen. Banks have closed and kept people's money. The reason why they're not trying to let this out is because there could be a run on banks. And the banks don't have any money because the banks 2 or 3 years ago, I don't remember the exact data off the top of my head, but I believe it was 3 years ago, they said, you don't have to keep any reserves in the bank. So when you give them that 50K, they can use that, all of it. And they give you nothing in return. That's what you're going to get when the Great Reset comes. You are going to get nothing. In fact, you're going to have to pay them to have your money at the bank. Think about this. If this goes bad, as it probably will, you're not going to be prepared. So anyhow, back to the reason why I think Caribbean. I think of Dominican Republic. And again, I'm going to tell you guys straight up how it is. United States banking system has the world currency. They get to dictate to everybody around the world, hey, you better be in our banking system. Otherwise, you can't use our dollars. So most countries have signed up. There's a few countries that have said, you know what? Hold off a second. We might come in 3, 4, 5 years from now, but we're just not ready yet. Well, one of those countries is Dominican Republic. So there's no snatching of U.S. funds, a U.S. citizens' money out of their bank. But if you're in France, where I was born, guess what? Because the French are our allies and they're dumbasses. That's right. You're hearing it right here. Dumbasses. They sat up there and signed the agreement and said, okay, we're going to give you the information for all U.S. citizens that bank in our country. Now the United States can snatch money from France. You guys getting the understanding of what the Great Reset really looks like? And if you think that's something, again, we've talked about this before. What happens when you're a U.S. citizen in France and you're married to a French citizen? Guess what? The United States gets the French citizens' information also. They're in on it, ladies and gentlemen. The European Central Bank ain't no different than the United States Federal Reserve banks. They're all the same. The Great Reset, even in Europe, around the world, everybody's going to be under the same scenarios financially. And you guys out here playing around. You guys out here thinking the Super Bowl was cool, wasn't it? I know. I go usually to the parties, of course. But the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, we go, we feel good. The NBA All-Star game came up. The Roman Empire had their Colosseum. That's all this is, a distraction. Why do you think Rome fell? They were conquering everybody. And then all of a sudden, they're sitting there going, okay, give me 10% of your money as tax. Give me 20, give me 30, give me 40, give me 50, because we have armies to build to take over another part of the world. And eventually, it collapsed because you can't keep taxing your citizens till they have zero left. You can't keep raising prices till they have zero left. Well, it happened. And then that's the fall of the Roman Empire in a short synopsis, but it always is economics, right? So this is no different. The Great Reset is an illusion simply because it's moving under your feet right now. And you're sitting here going, I'm not going to worry about it. Now, let me get back to this Dominican Republic situation, because we have a situation where your passport's revoked, your money's taken out of your bank, your stocks are frozen. We're going to get to crypto because you have your money on a crypto exchange. Celsius Network and Nexo is now dealing with the United States government, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you think that is? Because people are holding crypto, which could be seen as valuable. They're trying to figure out how they can take it or how they can stop United States citizens from actually making money without them and being able to control that money without them. So they have to press these guys now. They're like, hold on, we got a Great Reset potentially coming here. We got to make sure that we can snatch that stuff if we need to. Because we can't have ordinary citizens out here being able to join us in the top 10 percenters and join us buying these properties out here. We don't want competition. We don't want additional people out here that can join us and stop and help other people. See, this is what's happening. Think about it. So it all goes down. Now, I'm going to go back to DR. Why? The Caribbean. It doesn't have to be the Dominican Republic, but the reason why I said that is the banking situation. Second off, I'll say it again, and you guys know this is SSN Nation, because if they tell me I revoked your passport, France says, sorry, Eric, your passport's revoked. I'm saying you guys both are going to kiss my behind. That ain't working because I'm getting on a boat. Sorry, you ain't stopping me. We're getting on a boat and we'll get on the yacht and go to any island. Sorry. And once I land, I have property there. So we are already set up with residency. We won't have a problem. So you can kiss my ass. But again, you have to set yourself up. Think long term, because this can't keep going on, ladies and gentlemen. Who saw the post I made today on some of the social media for SSN Lifestyle? I mean, SSN Nation. Let me know. All right? Because it's a situation where, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still dealing with family issues. And also, you won't believe this. I just can't believe what's going on right now. I just can't. Wow. Crazy. I got family issues, man. I got a crazy person that just shut off water at one of my mom's house. Anyhow, I'll deal with that in a little bit. But nonetheless, I'm not at mom's house. But, oh, by the way, you see a little bit different. I just switched it back. So I have a co-working space in this room in the office now. So I had to move sideways. So that's why you don't see the shoes in the background anymore. But anyhow, nonetheless, the shoes are on this wall over here now. But nonetheless, you have a way to get somewhere. If you have something like, let's say, halfway around the world, you might have a little problem getting there, right? That's the thing. So all I'm saying is think about all of your options as you get older. And think about if a government jacks you. Because actually that's what they're doing right now by printing money. That's what they're doing right now by going down to zero interest rates down there. That's what they're doing right now by allowing banks not to give you any interest for using your money. All of that means they're jacking you. When they say we're going to do we're going to give a tax cut and tax break to the wealthiest and that trickle down economics BS that people thought this guy was a great guy. Hell no, he was always watching out for his buddies. That's when it escalated, when they came with that trickle down economics BS. All right. So you guys got to get on board here. That's what we're talking about here in the SSN Nation, right? We're on board. All right. I'm going to keep going because we have other levers that they're about to pounce upon us. And this everybody knows because I've been talking about this for years. And there's just no way around this because the price of United States currency is bad. It has declined, right? So, oh, that's pretty cool. I just found out a new feature. So anyhow, Federal Reserve, who pays attention to the Federal Reserve? Nobody. Okay. Well, if you don't pay attention to the Federal Reserve, that's fine. But I'm glad you're here because in their minutes, in their meeting, they're not on TV talking, telling people what's happening. They're sitting here talking about they're going to hike rates. And then in this Bloomberg article talking about the Fed eyes rate hike soon and faster tightening pace if needed. All this tightening nonsense. How many times do we hear this? They're not tightening any loans or anything like that. Whatever they want to call tightening, it's barely doing anything. But this interest rate hike, it's already started on mortgages. But the Feds haven't increased their rate. They're going to, though. It's going down. And this is off the January 25th and 26th. And remember 2 months ago when Powell came out in December and started talking that BS and I was all upset. They didn't have the nerve to raise the interest rate then. I was upset when he talked about, well, there's no hardly any inflation. We don't have to worry about it. We'll see what happens when March comes around in our meeting. Remember all that? Yeah, well, January 25th, 26th, in their meeting that there's minutes, they started talking about 0.5% increase in interest rates. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're not understanding is that house that costs $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, that could potentially raise your mortgage $500, $600, $700 per month than what it is right now. When somebody goes there, that means you got to make another 3 times that amount, 30%, 35% more to get a loan. So therefore, when they turn around and they talk this nonsense, be careful, because if you haven't already locked in what you need to do, you're not going to be able to lock in what you need to do a month from now, because you're going to have to qualify with a higher wage if you already aren't into the hundreds household wise. And if your credit's not at 747, you're probably going to have to have it 760 just to get a good, decent rate. What's 5% is going to be a decent rate? I don't think so. Not if a house is 500, 600, 700 grand. And don't think you're going to be able to escape. That's not how this works, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to be able to escape. You're not going to sit there and say, hey, Eric, didn't you just say the houses go down? That's right. Houses are going to go down, except there's going to be one little problem, because you're not going to be able to compete in the global reset, because what they're going to do is they're going to raise the interest rate again. So now, even though the house is going down in price, it's going to cost you more for a mortgage, for your monthly payment, because they're going to raise the interest rates on you. So then you're sitting there like, damn, I'm not going to be able to afford no $4,000 a month, $4,500 a month. How many of you make $12,000 a year right now? I mean, $12,000 a month. Come on. Think about it. That's 120, 130. I know there's some people that make that, but what I'm trying to say is it's like 90% of the population does not. So that means, once again, the top 10 percenters, they get to buy up all the good stuff when the prices drop. Unless, of course, you have revenues coming in and you can show and you can buy it and your credit's pretty good. They won't be able to stop you. And that's what you need to prepare yourself for, ladies and gentlemen, because the global reset is happening. Let me show you something else you see right here. But the minutes, preceded data, roaring job market, further jump in inflation that spurred more hawkish bets in the markets. Investors see at least 150 basis points of tightening in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like 1.5. So in other words, if we're at 3.5 right now, they're talking about 1.5, so it would be at 5%. Federal funds, that means you're going to deal with 6, 7, 8%, depending on your credit, possibly 9 or 10%. You're not qualifying. You're not qualifying. Your credit score is going to have to be higher. That's how they're going to squeeze you out. And you're going to be like, damn, the house is half price and I can't buy it. Right. Exactly. That's how the global reset is going to be playing out. And it's happening right underneath your nose. All right. Look at here. U.S. consumer prices rose to a 4-decade high. 4 decades. In case people don't understand, a decade is 10 years. That's 40 years. 7.5% in January. Consumer prices, you guys know it's more than 7.5%, right? See, they're still feeding you the nonsense. The global reset is an illusion. It's happening right now. That's why I say it's an illusion. Some people are going, wait till the global reset. Wait till the global reset. I'm like, what do you mean, wait? It's actually happening right underneath your nose. And you're sitting around here doing nothing, except those of you who are here in the SSN Nation. I know y'all are doing the damn thing. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's see. Victor Marrero says Morgan Stanley is saying Feds will hike rates 6 times in 2022. Brace for impact. Exactly. If you aren't on a fixed rate now, you will be in a world of hurt. Oh, man, you got that right. Thank you for bringing that up. Once again, we have to go into this financial literacy, because what he just said at the end is exactly right. If you have an adjustable rate loan, you better refi and get a fixed rate ASAP. ASAP. I don't want to hear anybody in SSN Nation going, I kept an adjustable rate loan because it was so low. Well, that thing's going to be so high because if they do what they said, and that's right, that was in the minutes as well. They were talking about, oh, we're going to do it like every other month. I'm like, okay, you guys haven't had the guts to do it over the last 3 years. Why would you have the guts to do it now? Global reset is happening right underneath your nose, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't know it yet. All right, here we are. G code 410. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Members only chat, those with the icon. Everybody else can watch, but only members with the icon can be in the chat room. And he says, I'm just getting started and getting in position, SSN. That's what I like to hear, my man. Thank you so much. Hey, it's not too late, ladies and gentlemen. There's still time, but you can't sit idly by and do nothing. Start now if you haven't already. Okay? But good point, G Code. Thank you so much. I'm very, very happy to see you here once again. And we're almost an hour in, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, this is only tip of the iceberg, because please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. All right? That's how it has to go. Okay. Now, I'm not done. I'm not done. We're going to go to something else too. In fact, what I'm going to do is, because a lot of you, these are just simple Google items, but I have to bring them up because a lot of people don't really Google when it comes to financials. So I want to go with, let me see if I can find it. When there's a recession, who benefits? I know you guys know who benefits. I just kind of gave it to you already. The top 10 percenters. That's why they own more than 70% of the wealth. I'm not talking about stock market. I'm talking about 70% of the wealth. The bottom 70% own just as much as the top 10% as wealth. Can you believe this? Can you also believe the top 1% owns almost more than the bottom 50% combined? Think about that. The global reset has been happening under your noses. It's an illusion that you're thinking is going to happen later. Now, who benefits? This is on Google. In a recession, they just tell you the rate of inflation tends to fall. That's fine. Unemployment rises, moderating wage inflation. Okay. Also, with falling demand, firms respond by cutting prices. This fall in inflation can benefit those on fixed incomes or cash savings. That's cool. I like that. Here we go, though. As far as investing, how can you financially benefit from a recession? Seek out core sector stocks. Remember when I was talking about those consumer durables? You know, remember when on Money Making Mondays and some people was talking about getting Procter & Gamble stocks, Johnson & Johnson stocks? Remember that? That's sector stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Getting it right. Focus on reliable dividend stocks. If you missed Money Making Mondays, we were talking about dividend stocks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, since you guys may have missed the Money Making Monday live stream, I'll give you some more. Let's go with, okay, mine, AM. AM, that's right. A is in Apple, M is in Mary. That's a stock. Go with SHLX. That's a stock. Go with ORC. That's right. Sometimes you have to bring that pen and pad. You never know what gems you might find out. Then we had something very, very interesting. We had Tractor Trey in the house, and I did not write this down, unfortunately, but I believe it was EYLD was one of them, RYLD, and I can't remember the third one. So Tractor Trey will have to remind me, or you can go check out the Money Making Monday live stream and get those. Those are over 13%, 12% dividends. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So you see, you guys have already been in the mix the whole time how you can benefit. One of the few places that people set you up to succeed without asking you for money. You're getting it yet? All right, consider buying real estate. Number 3, this is very, very interesting. This seems like the SSN Nation way. Interesting. Number 4, purchase precious metal investments. Very, very interesting because, you know, we were talking about ETFs like DRD, D as in David, RD, that you can buy on the stock market, AUY, because some of those actually give us dividends too. And those are gold mining stocks, right? We were talking about SILV or SIVR for silver. Those are ETFs. And then we were talking about go buy a little bit of precious metals, which means gold, silver, platinum, precious metals. Pick any of them. 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, all of them. It doesn't really matter, but get a little bit of your portfolio. And then number 5, come on, guys. You know, invest in yourself. That's why we always talk about starting your business. In fact, the free Amazon FBA course is down below in the description, courtesy of David Quintieri, the Money GPS. The link is down below. That's right. Free. Because this is the no guru zone, ladies and gentlemen. But notice invest in yourself is 1. Why? Because when you start a business, when you invest in yourself, whether it's learning and education, it's knowledge, then you have the moves to make at that point where you say, hey, let me find out these some other levers that I can pull if something happens that goes south financially. Well, there's several things that you can do, ladies and gentlemen. So you're not going to have to deal with the global reset. You'll be already set up. You've had everything. All these are in play already. We've had these in play for the last 3.5 years. All right. It's that simple. Now, Google says so, but you guys didn't know you were already being set up to succeed financially. It's okay. I understand. The channel is suppressed. So that's why they don't want to tell people, because they know the information that you're getting. This changes the game. This flips everything upside down. If you have hundreds of thousands of people sitting out here all of a sudden going, I don't need credit, pre-construction for real estate, and I own it, and I'm paying 0% over the next 2 years, 3 years. I'm putting my skin in the game where I'm going to have 40, 50% LTV, loan to value. That means I can get a loan. I don't even get damn, and my credit score is 600. Right? So they know they don't want that out there. They don't want to be out there and letting you know that you can earn 10, 12, 13, 14% on dividend stocks, because why would you put your money in a bank? Let's get real. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We over here making things happen. Rising tides, lift all boats, join. And I don't mean join the SSN Nation. What I mean is join in the party of getting assets so you have passive income. The number 1 investment of 2021, courtesy of Professor Auntie Val. Strong Block. Ladies and gentlemen, I went to go look at Strong Block today. And all I can say is this is opportunity potentially, because it was under $400. And actually, I'm going to show this on the screen because I think it was even down to around $299, which means $300, which also means all you need is $3,300 to get your 10 nodes. And in case you don't know about Strong Block, passive income, ladies and gentlemen, you earn 10% of the coin price every day. I'm bringing it up on the screen. Oh, sorry. That's not what I really wanted. That's actually where you go after you get your 10 coins. But I want the price. That's what we want. It was $299, come to think of it. It was $323. Oh, it's down to $280 now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. This is very, very exciting, quite frankly. Oh, my goodness, $271. This now means you only need about 3,000 now, 3,000, 3,100, somewhere in that neighborhood. You get your 10 nodes. And now if prices just stabilized at, let's say, $250, you would get $25 times 30 days. All right. If they stabilized around $250. Now, I want to show you and tell you something. See this negative? They're dropping. This is crypto. Think about this. Let me ask you something. Let's get real. You're the bad guy. And you want to do global reset right before somebody's eyes. So what are you going to do when you know people have choices where to put their money? I have a choice of buying precious metals and gold and silver. I have a choice of putting it in the stock market. I have a choice of buying crypto. I have a choice of buying real estate. If you don't want people to buy those items, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And if you want your friends to be able to buy the items but not really have to use their own money, what are you going to do? You're going to give your friends, the bankers, the hedge funds, the Black Rocks, you're going to give them free money, aka stimulus money. But we got to give about 450 billion of stimulus money to the people. We got to give them 1200, 1400. We got to make sure we give them something just to move and around and then let them think that they got something. Shh, we're going to give you, don't worry, we got you 40 million over here. We got you 50 million. We got you 100 million. Just hold on to that. When do we have to pay it back? They say. They'll turn around, the Fed say, you don't have to pay that back. What are you talking about? We're just going to buy it from you. So we're just going to buy your debt. You own the stuff. It's free. So we're going to make sure we have no competition. What are we going to do? We're going to make sure that you're not going to be able to buy real estate, and we're going to make sure that it's inflated. So now you're going to have people buying stuff for way more than it's worth, thinking that they're doing good. And then the savvy investor, like Mr. Fain, who says, I'm selling my property. I'm taking this $250,000, $300,000 or $350,000 profit. I ain't going to sit here and let these clowns jack me. I'm taking that profit, and I got bullets in the chamber because now I can use my money to buy that stuff when they bring it down for the crash. Because now all their friends can buy stuff at 50%, buying up whole neighborhoods. It already happened in 2008, 2009. It's just wash, rinse, and repeat. Nobody went to jail in 2008, 9, and 10. One guy, after everything they did, that's because they're doing this on purpose. It's happening right underneath your eyes. All right. Okay, let's see. Professor Auntie Val says, war drums sound, prices fall, opportunity abound, choose wisely. That's right, Professor Auntie Val. I agree with you. And Andreen Miller is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. And she has the icon. And the reason why she can be in the chat room is because she has the icon. And she says, good evening. How are you, Eric, doing, Eric and SSN family? Good evening to you too, Andreen Miller. I'm doing very well. SSN Nation is doing very well. And once again, whenever I see her, I have to mention this is SSN University, SSN Academy, the no guru zone, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we don't have courses to sell down here. You know why? Because we're trying to tell you what to do. And I don't need to charge you to tell you what you should be doing. This is what we do here. All right? I'm adamant about this. All right. Now, if you want to talk about something else, SSN Lifestyle is on the way. There's a link down below so you can go check that out. That's where you're going to be able to get into some passive income where you can invest with the rest of us and join us on some passive income ventures down the road. We're not going to be affected by the global reset, especially when you can do things for less than $20 or $30. You want to be in that wheelhouse. That's why Dollar General, dollar stores, oh, by the way, they're closing. How is it? Dollar stores, Dollar Generals, and all that are closing. Even in this economy, they're closing, ladies and gentlemen. All right, think about it. Now, cryptocurrencies. If I'm a bad guy, what am I going to make sure is going to happen? I'm going to make sure the stock market goes down. We're going to make sure everything else goes down. We don't want people taking money out of the stock market. Why? Because that's free money, ladies and gentlemen. You know what here's what a stock is right here. Paper. It doesn't exist. They're able to print money out of thin air. It's nothing. Now, you can sit there and say what they used to tell you. You know, you own a piece of the company. Except there's one little problem. Not all companies give you dividends. So how do I own something and I don't get paid anything? That's just like when you give your money to a bank and they give you nothing back, no interest. It's like, well, then what good are you? I don't need to keep my money in a bank then. That's the same thing here. When you buy stock, it's actually thin air. But on the other side of the coin, the top 10% or the 1%, when the CEOs are getting $10 million, $25 million as a bonus, that's where it's coming from. You getting it yet, ladies and gentlemen? So when the stock market goes down, they don't want you. I'm a bad guy. I'm a U.S. government. I don't want you to sell your stocks and then be able to go buy some real estate or go buy some crypto. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make sure I'm jacking crypto too. I'm going to make sure I'm going to have the SEC say, hey, we're going to be checking out these Celsius networks and Nexos and exchanges and things like that. So then crypto's going down too. So therefore, I'll just keep my money there. There's no reason to withdraw and go over here. Crypto's gone down 20%, 30%, crash levels, 50%. So obviously that ain't going to happen. Then they go, well, what about real estate? Oh, well, you can't buy it anyhow. Houses now, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. Your household income has to be damn near $200,000, which only means the top 10% basically can buy it. So there you have it again, ladies and gentlemen. You're stuck. The Great Reset illusion is what it is. It's not happening 2 years from now. It's not happening 5 years from now. It's happening right now underneath your feet. And you're sitting there like working paycheck to paycheck, sitting there going, damn, what can I do? All right, well, start your own business then. That's a good start. I don't really care. You can do YouTube. You can do Instagram. It's a long haul. Some people get that, instant gratification, thousands and thousands upon views and thousands of subscribers. Other people have to start slowly, like we did here at Stop Struggling Now. But that doesn't mean you're necessarily still going to be making thousands of dollars per month, because we don't hear from this YouTube channel. Social media don't happen. But therefore, you still have to do something, ladies and gentlemen. You can't sit and stand pat. If you haven't learned anything from history, Europe is your history. They already went to negative rates 7, 8, 9 years ago, maybe even 10. All that happened is, this is why foreign companies, a lot of people may not have noticed, a lot of foreign companies have come to the U.S. to buy our flagship brands. Did you ever think why that happened? It's very easy when you have negative interest rates or 0% interest rates, when you can borrow for zero and they go, oh, sure, we'll give you $600 billion and you can pay us interest only for 10 years. But, oh, wait, since you have 0%, in fact, it's negative rates. So therefore, you don't have to pay us anything. That's free money for 10 years, ladies and gentlemen. But that business they just bought brings in average revenues of like $100 million a year. Free money. So that is what happened. And a lot of people miss that entirely, wondering, hey, how come, who could buy Anheuser-Busch? Oh, yeah, some European company. That's why they could do it. 0% interest, negative. Come on. It's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have just been too busy because they make sure you live paycheck to paycheck. SSN Nation, we ain't trying to do that. We're trying to get that passive income streams. Streams of income. Get that 25 streams of income like Miss Melanie Bonita. That's right. Go check her out on Amazon, ladies and gentlemen. And she has a YouTube channel as well, and a TikTok, and an Instagram, and all of it. Clubhouse. She's an author. She writes books. Go check it out. All right. Miss 25 streams of income. So you guys have to understand, this is what you're going to have to do out here. On top of the taxes. Because that's why they're trying to mess up your taxes, mess up your money with this short money game. Again, I'm the bad guy. How do I mess up the guys who I want to mess up? I make sure that, which I'm sad that the Democrat came up with this, where they said, oh, yeah, anything over $600, if it's not friend to friend or whatever, we're going to tax it. We're going to treat that as business if it's not dictated if it's a gift or whatever. I'm like, how many people are thinking about, oh yeah, I'm sending my friend $300 to help him out with something, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I better send it as a gift, write in a gift, or friend to friend, or whatever the case may be. Who's going to remember that? So now what's going to happen? We're going to hem you up with the IRS. I'm a bad guy. I'm going to hem up a whole bunch of people, millions, because I'm going to come back to you and go, hey, where's your 1099K? What's going on around here? You got $800 this year, and it looks like you owe us tax money. They're going to be hemming you up in that as well. Some more things you're going to have to worry about so they can keep your eye on a different prize. Distractions. But we're not distracted around here in the SSN Nation. All right? You guys know what's coming. The Great Reset illusion is happening now. So don't be fooled. Get ready. And how do you get ready? Get that passive income. You got to get assets that pay you. You can't go out here and go buy cars no more. Jewelry, custom jewelry and all that stuff. Custom jewelry just means when you try to resell it, the price just went down. It didn't go up, went down. Okay? So there's things that you're going to have to buy now that generate revenue that comes in. I don't care if it's $25 a month, $50 a month, $100. It doesn't matter. You need to generate revenue. And unfortunately, because of inflationary situation, it's going to have to be more than 25, 50, or 100. So don't worry about that. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about all of this. Do you think we're in the midst of the global reset right now? Or do you think you're sitting here thinking, oh, yeah, it's going to happen in 2 years. It's going to happen in 5 years. It's going to happen in 7 years. It's baby steps, ladies and gentlemen. It can't just all of a sudden happen. You know why? Because even the top 10 percenters don't move that fast. That's why. They don't move that fast. They're sitting there having conversations. They're having meetings. They have to restructure their organizations, their companies. Because remember, if you're going to do this right, you're supposed to have like a holding company. Then you're supposed to have like a trust. Then you're supposed to have LLCs separately under the holding company. Then you might want to move some into trust. All of those things, you can't just up and do it in one day. Get real. You're going to have an offshore trust, offshore accounts. So you just can't do everything when you're talking about global. So now it's going to happen in Europe. It's going to happen in America. It's going to happen on the Asian continent. It's going to happen in South America. We have to coordinate all this. Sure, we're going to have some rogue countries like, El Salvador talking about they're going to do some Bitcoin or whatever nonsense. But everybody knows at any high level with crypto, that's nonsense because they charge fees. Transactions in El Salvador, something like $25 to $30. You really going to pay $30 for something that costs you $30 in fees? You're not going to do that. Give me back the cash. So again, they got you right where they want you. And the government controls the crypto wallet. So therefore, if you have your crypto in a exchange, you might want to start considering, damn, I'm earning interest on my money over here in this exchange, but they could take it. All right? The exchanges can be jacked. This is why you might want to put things in a certain location. Like a hard wallet. Cold wallet is what I call it, meaning not connected to the internet really. MetaMask kind of works good, but we're talking about something a little more, the Trezors or something. Okay, cold wallet, where you have your keys. Crypto, have your keys. MetaMask, you would have your keys. That's a start. Offline, you have your keys. Crypto exchanges, you don't have your keys usually. They're holding your money. So think about this. They grab people's exchange money, which is billions in some cases, you're wiped off the map. They're sitting there looking at the wall. It's like, can you believe this? This fool has $3.5 million here. Can you believe this fool has $10 million at this exchange? We just wiped him off the map. So he can't just take this out and compete against us while we're buying these cheap stocks, these other cheap assets, whether it's real estate or even crypto. I'm a bad guy, U.S. government. That's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you can't compete against us. And we're going to raise the prices too, by the way. All right. So think about it. It's not far-fetched, ladies and gentlemen, because it's happening right now underneath your feet, underneath your nose while you're working hard 10, 11, 12 hours a day. And so I guess this is time for me to say, some people are going, Eric, what do you mean work 10, 11, 12 hours a day? Let's get this straight. You guys, this whole thing is an illusion, right? Again, SSN Nation, they're going to say it right here. SSN Nation, they know already about it, but in case we have new people watching this, you might not look at your 8 to 5 job the same way after this. When you get up in the morning, what time is it to go to work? I'm referring to people that actually go into a job. What time do you say, okay, I got to be there at 8? For some reason, American citizens and people around the world, they don't count that. They say, well, my drive time is 30 minutes because I got to sit in traffic. I got to get up and take a shower, get my clothes ready. So that's another 30 minutes. I got to sit there and eat for 15 minutes or so. So that's about an hour and 15. You don't count none of that. I count it. It could be an hour and 30, hour and 45 while you're getting ready for work that you don't even count just to get to work. So you're already an hour and 45 minutes in. You ain't getting paid until you show up and clock in. Now, you work your 8 hours, but really, you've dedicated about 9.5 hours to that day so far. Now you say, okay, now I got to get home. That's another 20, 30-minute potential or more ride, depending if you're in LA or Miami or somewhere, New York. It could be, but we'll go with the 30-minute. You get home in 30 minutes. So add that in. Then you got to feel good. You got to relax a little bit, wind down, whether it's eating something, whether it's just relaxing, taking a nap, whatever the case may be. But it's not like you're home the whole time. So we'll just add another 30 minutes for get ready. So really, when you think about it, you're almost at 10 hours easily. But people don't look at it that way. All right. And then some of you really, I don't understand this. This is one of my things. I used to work for other people a long time ago, and they would look at and they would say, hey, we have a mandatory meeting after work or a mandatory meeting somewhere. And I'm like, I don't have a mandatory meeting anywhere because I get off at 5. What are you talking about? So obviously I say that because I'm waiting to see what they're going to say because I got to play a little bit, right? So I'm waiting, and usually they won't say anything other than it's mandatory. Then I say, well, then that means it's mandatory that I'm getting paid because otherwise I'm going home. And then, of course, now we have a problem because they're like, we didn't plan on paying you guys for this mandatory meeting elsewhere. I'm like, it's costing me time, gas, and I'm off. Unless somebody's telling me I'm not getting paid, we better start talking. So that's why I'm a problem when I go to work for somebody, because when they tell this working off the clock stuff, no. You're taking up my time, energy, and mojo. All right. We can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the thing. There's a lot of people who do not care about their time, who do not care. And that's something that you need to start thinking about. Time goes by and there's precious time, but you're sitting here playing games and you're allowing people to play games with you who don't give a damn about you. You are a commodity. When you work for somebody else, you know how it goes. Hey, we have a culture here of good people, this, that, and the other. Okay, whatever you want to call it, I'm still got to show up here to work. This ain't like it's free. It's not like a stimulus check. You're not sending me money for free while I'm sitting here at your office. You're expecting me to produce something for you, which is your right. That's what I'm working for, is to produce something. But don't act like we all buddy-buddy. Don't act like I'm sitting over here and I met you, at the park, just a random person. We can't have that. You have a job to do, ladies and gentlemen. They are not your friend. If they were your friend, first of all, are you going to pay your friend so they live paycheck to paycheck? Come on. Hell no, you're not. You're going to tell your friend what we tell our friends here at SSN Nation, how to make some more money. We're going to say, hey, man, we can't let you work for $30 an hour. Because all that is paycheck to paycheck around this city. We're going to give you $40 an hour. So then that way you can do paycheck to paycheck. Your wife don't have to work. Your husband doesn't have to work, whichever way it goes. And you can stay home and watch the kids. Don't have to pay child support. I mean, child support's one thing. You got to pay that. But you don't have to pay child care. So all of that would be your friend. Now, there are some companies, don't get me wrong, that will help and bring child care to the office. They have a child care facilities and things like that. But those companies, that's rare. And there's hardly any companies that's going to pay an extra $300 a week for child care. All right. So think about all this. All right. If they were your friends, they would act like it. You wouldn't be doing paycheck to paycheck. You wouldn't be sitting around here earning 40 grand a year on average for American citizens. Everybody would be earning like 70 G's minimum, except in New York. That ain't going to cut it. You're going to have to be in the hundreds. All right. So all I'm saying is that's why a job is just a way to make sure that you're off the grid, and you have to stay there for a long time to reach your financial goals. There's nothing wrong with that. But all I'm saying is you're going to have to do a long time, and you're going to have to go with the ups and the downs. Versus if you're able to create your own revenue streams, you're always going to be ahead of the game because you can adjust. But if you have no additional revenue streams, you cannot adjust. If you have no additional assets, you cannot adjust, which is what happened in 2008, 2009. Even though people owned homes, they're beating their chest. My house went up 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. All of a sudden, the rug got pulled. And what happened? The Great Recession. Well, the rug's about to be pulled again, ladies and gentlemen, because nobody went to jail before. And all they did was, we're back to the same old, except now they perfected it. They perfected it. So therefore, when this thing collapses or goes down the path of 30% correction, 40% correction, 50%, except this time they're going, well, we're not going to have that many people that's going to be able to do anything worldwide. That's a plan. Okay. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Auntie Val says, I'll say it again, never leave your crypto on an exchange. Use a cold wallet, always. Auntie Val, I agree with you 100%, especially what's happening right now. Especially what's happening right now. Because you guys, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand. Oh my, it's dropped ever since we talked. It's down to 261. Now it's under 2,000 to get a 10 nodes. Under 3,000 to get 10 nodes now. Wow. That is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm going to go to, we're going to stay with the crypto, because this is the thing that governments are scared of, the people's money. This is what they're afraid of. Just like they're messing with Nexo and Celsius Network right now, is because when they're giving people 8%, when they're able to give people 0% interest loans, collateralized loans, they're like, hold on a minute. What do you mean they don't have a repayment plan? Oh, yeah, you mean that same thing that you guys do up there at the 1% club, where you get loans and then don't have to repay for 10 years. And then even after 8 years, you say, hey, can I renegotiate? And then you say, oh, don't worry about it. We'll give you another 7 years where you're only paying 1% interest only notes. Oh, yeah, we don't want everybody doing that. What do you mean you're allowing ordinary citizens to do that, the OCs? What do you mean? Of course they don't want that to happen. And you're earning interest on your money every day, just like banks do on your money? Of course they don't want that. So we have to mess with these guys. So I wanted to show you this here, because this here is very, very interesting when you look over a year. Look at this. 1 year ago, crypto, the Bitcoin is down almost, well, we'll round up and down depending, 30% down. This right here is crash, okay? 51% for Ethereum, though. That is an increase. That is incredible. Binance, 38%. XRP, 40%, okay. But look at this. Solana, 372%. But Cardano, okay. We won't even get into ADA. Terra Luna, 743%. So regardless of what's been happening with crypto, the illusion is because of what's been happening just like the last week or so, this 19%, look at this red zones, 20% drops. Like I said, if the stock market's dropping, if I'm a bad guy, what am I going to do? I'm going to make sure you're not going to take the money out of the stock market and put it into crypto, because they don't control crypto. There's no Federal Reserve for crypto. There's nobody out here writing these bonds for crypto. Although, don't get me wrong, there are bonds and things like that, but they're not being able to just print money out of thin air like the federal government can. So this is why this is very scary for them. And we don't need them because we can send money or crypto amongst ourselves, which brings me to get your other real estate, your .crypto domain, .nft, .x, .coin, .bitcoin down below. Unstoppable domains. $20 one-time fee, $30, $40 one-time fee, depending on which one of these extensions you buy. That's it. And then people can send money to ericbird.crypto. Not money, but crypto. Crypto to crypto, we bypass PayPal. Sorry, guys. You don't get to know about any $600 and more payment to a person. That's right. Somebody sends you $2,000 to ericbird.crypto, stopstrugglingnow.crypto, ssnlifestyle.crypto. I'm sorry, government. You don't know nothing about that, which you shouldn't. You guys getting the game plan yet? Down below in the description, there's a link. And also get your free $10 from Bitcoin if you haven't already from Coinbase. Get your free $5 from Webull. Down below also. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull down below. Share your link from your Robinhood and Webull so you get free stocks for referring other people. That's what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Get it on. Okay, here we go. Putin just authorized military action. Market freaking out. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Blood is going to be in the street. Oh, yes. I'm giddy. I got a smile on my face because this is the damn thing that I love. When 1%ers are sitting in their offices like, oh my God, after they've been cheating the market the whole damn time, getting free monies. They're like, oh my God. This is just an opportunity about to knock, ladies and gentlemen. You need to pay attention to some stocks that you like right now if this has happened, because that means I have to go look at pre-market action, because if he just authorized this, once again, the United States, they're punk ass. Look, I love the U.S., right? But the things that they do make me sick. Here's one of them right now. This makes me sick. You are going to spend $760 billion on a military industrial complex to do what? And have taxpayers pay money for the military every year for the military industrial complex, and you're just going to sit back and let this clown Putin sit over there and talk about, oh, we're going to move 1 inch here, 3 inches there. We're going to roll across their lines. Oh, and while we're sitting here, I guess, well, since you guys don't give a damn, we might as well do something all this whole time. But if this was Iraq, Iran, Syria, Afghanistan, y'all would have already rolled in Because why? Because they can't defend themselves. And Putin's like, you guys have never done anything anyhow, as Japan says, paper tigers. That's all you guys are, paper tigers. But the problem is they're taking our money, OCs. You should be outraged that the United States government is not taking action against this clown Putin. Hold on. This is why the channel doesn't get many views, but I don't give a damn because we got to understand what's going on. Well, I'm gonna go to this first, but I'm gonna show you guys something. On eval, yes, news are on fire. This is bad. Victor Morero, this is not bad. This is exactly what we want. We want them to go down because the stock market is going to go down. That means we can buy up the stock market just like the top 10 percenters are doing. Because we're top 10 percenters, so we have to buy up the stocks when they go down 40% or 30%. I'm happy about this. I'm giddy myself. UN meeting on as well. Anti-Val, whatever. They ain't going to do jack crap. All right, let's get real. They're just going to sit there in their chambers talking about, oh, damn, we got to give Putin Germany. Oh, we're going to cut off the Nord pipeline. United States. Oh, we're going to do sanctions. UN. Oh, we're going to do sanctions. Come on, man. He's taking over property. You know, like you guys don't want to happen. I'm pretty sure if some other country came over here and started taking up one state, right, on the border of, let's say, Texas, I'm pretty sure the United States just going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, we're going to sanction you. Give me a break with this nonsense, man. Oh, my God. Okay, United States. I'm just going to put this up. United States military budget versus other countries. You guys should be upset about this because they're stealing your money. All right? They're stealing your money. In fact, I like this one right here. They're stealing your money to pay taxes for something that they don't even want to engage in. But BlackRock, Boeing, McDonnell Douglas, Raytheon, Oracle, all these defense contract guys, they're loving it. They're loving life. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this crazy nonsense. Look at this crazy. I wish it was numbered. Look at this. United States military spending in the top 10 countries climbed to 1.48 trillion in 2020, breaking historical records. Now, that's combined. But look at this. 778, half of the 1.4 trillion is from the US. That means all the other 10 countries combined equals what United States spends on military. That is coming out of our pockets in the form of taxes, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going to look at Russia, 61 billion. You see this right here? Man, 61 billion. That's it. That's it. We're spending 11, 12, 13 times as much as Russia, and you don't want to go over there and mess with them? Are you serious? All right, enough on my soapbox about this. It's disgusting. They're robbing the money from us, and they don't want to do anything. Duh, you guys, I'm a bad guy. What am I going to do? I'm going to rob your money and then act like we're protecting you. But when the push comes to shove, we ain't protecting jack crap, but we have already robbed you. In fact, not only have we robbed you, because we're 30 trillion in debt as a nation, we've robbed your kids, your great-grandkids, your great-great-grandkids, and the great-great-great-grandkids. All y'all going to be paying for this garbage right now while we sit here and do nothing. All right, I'm just saying. Crazy talk, man. This is crazy. All right, that's disgusting. Biden expected to speak about crypto next week. Oh, yeah, you know what's coming. You know what's coming, ladies and gentlemen, because that great global reset situation is underway. They're just lulling you to sleep. Hey, check out the crypto. Hey, check out the stock market. Hey, we got a war potentially over here, but we're not going to do a damn thing about it. You know, crazy stuff, man. Good evening, SSN family. Curtis Davis is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Financial has joined us. welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. He says, good evening, SSN family. I've already said it earlier. His other tagline is always be making money. That's ABMM. And you know what that means. He actually does it. You can go see Chili Davis. That's right. Chilly Davis. Go see his channel. He gives you updates. In fact, there might even be updates right now based on this war situation that we don't have the feed running. So maybe there's something that's happening. He'll probably have an update. And what stocks this could affect and help you out, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love it. So go check out Chili Davis and subscribe to his channel. All right. Curtis Davis, Biden expected to give executive order on crypto and other stable coins next week. Okay. Yeah, that could be true, but stable coins isn't the thing. Stable coins just stays at a certain level, almost like a dollar. So who cares about that? What they're going to try and do is make sure these wild swings where people have Bitcoin or Ethereum, and they bought Ethereum or Bitcoin for $300, and these guys are now doing, it goes up to $4,000 or $3,000 or 36 grand or 60 grand, and they're like, whoa, wait a minute. We just added 2 million millionaires because of that. So we're going to make sure that we got to stop them, right? That's what we're going to have to do. So he's going to come up with some nonsense because you know who his Treasury Secretary is, Janet Yellen, the old one, who's still out there touting this, crypto's illegal. They're using it for illegal activity and all this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting there like I always said, so aren't dollar bills used for illegal activities, but y'all still use those? I'm like, what are you talking about? The same thing you're talking about crypto is the same thing dollars are used for. Drug activity, terrorist activity, illegal activity. Same thing with dollar bills. I don't see you guys trying to ban that crap. Come on now. Come on. Vanessa Comagate, hey, boss, and SSN family. Vanessa Comagate, welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream with the icon next to your name. Just wish us a fight at the gas station set. That's right. Third world country. Go check it out. You guys know I made that third world country video about 5 months ago, and everybody was probably rolling their eyes. Not everybody. A lot of people were like, what's he talking about? Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. That's right. You better have some precious metals. You better have jacket in hand. You better have some bullets in the chambers. If you have kids, I suggest no bullets in the chamber. But you better be prepared because this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. They ain't coming to save your ass. Nobody's coming to save you. The police ain't rolling into a war zone. They're not equipped. They'll come deep, but they're not equipped for this hand-to-hand stuff. You see what happens when there's school shootings and that guys are like, hold on, stand off, stand back, hold on, we're parking down here. We'll be with you in about 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. This is just the beginning. It's about to be worse. What's supposed to be this week, Auntie Val, Vanessa Comagate, really? Fight breakout? Yes, fights are breaking out, ladies and gentlemen. You guys, they keep this stuff hush-hush usually. It's been happening. That's what I keep trying to tell you. The global reset has already been happening. It's just that it has reached other parts of our country that is generally not in the limelight. So it's left as hush-hush. And even if the media gets it, they're not going to say much because they don't want to scare you. They want you to feel you're protected, you're safe. Because once you start feeling you're scared, all of a sudden, you're going to have to roll down and get some toilet paper, right? You're going to have to roll down and get some water. You're going to have to get some food that you can store. They don't want you to get ahead of the game yet. But there are preppers and stackers, and you should be prepping and stacking right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you need to see on the store shelves. You know good and well when you go to the store that there's blank spots. You also know that they don't sell the same brands that they used to sell before. They're just moving cans around and moving items around to fill up spaces, but stuff is missing. But you're not paying attention. One of these days, it's going to be more than just a shelf here and a shelf there. You keep playing around by not preparing for the inevitable potential. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but you should at least have stuff stacked up right now. Cans of goodies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour, 45 minutes in. I didn't even run the promo. I have the new promo, number 12, I'm going to run tonight. Stock market will take a trip deep south tomorrow. Can't sell now. I am buying like hell tomorrow. Let's go check it out, Victor. Let's go check this out. Let's go see what's happening. Pre-market, CNN. Well, it could be CNBC too. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we see any gleam of anything happening. Because if there's anything in the, let's see what's happening. This should be red, actually. The future should be, it's red, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, the Dow 548. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. Biden condemns Putin's attack on Ukraine. The world will hold Russia accountable. Really? Why isn't your butt over there with the world's #1 best armament handling biz? With a country that gets 61 billion a year is all they spend while your ass is taxing the United States taxpayers to pay that $700 billion price tag for all these, top dog weaponry systems. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, it's a red day for sure. It's going to be bad. NASDAQ 310. This is bad. This is bad right here. This is bad, ladies and gentlemen. Asia Pacific. Oh, my God. Woo, the HSI is negative 662 already. Holy smokes. The Nikkei is already -1. You can't print up enough money for this. The plunge protection team, y'all got work to do tomorrow. United States sitting on their ass just like they did in World War II, just like when Hitler was roaming at Europe countryside, taking country after country, and they sitting over here drinking coladas on the beach, bonbons, not even caring. We're there again, ladies and gentlemen. But this is lovely. This is beautiful. This should bring a smile on your face, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. This gives you an opportunity. Brings a smile on your face. Here's what you get to do, ladies and gentlemen. You can get this gear. You know where you can get it at the Stop Struggling Now website. F average. You have a chance to F average and be legendary. If you have some disposable income, you can do some dollar cost averaging, because if you have been doing something in the last, let's say 6 months, stocks, some of your stocks could be below what you bought them for. Dollar cost average is the way you go, ladies and gentlemen. And tomorrow could be that day. And that also means this is why that crypto keeps dropping as well, because the stock market is going to drop. They don't want you to take your money out the stock market and put it into crypto. So that's going to drop. But we want to find out what's going to happen with precious metals, because they've already dropped and been stable for the last 3 years. It's like nothing happening here. So nothing's going to probably happen tomorrow either, because they don't want you to go buy precious metals either. In other words, withdraw money out of the bank, withdraw money out of the stock market, and then running it over into crypto or into precious metals. They don't want that, right? But again, this is your chance, ladies and gentlemen. You should have a big smile on your face, like I do. Big smile. Victor Marrero smiling right now. Just what he said. He's going to be buying tomorrow. I don't know what you guys are going to be doing. So we're going to find out. Let's see. Can't sell now. I am buying like hell tomorrow. There you go. The tables have turned on 1%. The stocks are cheap. They're not there yet. I'm waiting on that 30. I'm waiting on that crash. I'm waiting for that 30% plus. That's what I'm waiting on. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. But if there's some stocks that you bought and now the stocks are lower, you need to do your dollar cost average a little bit here and there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be shy. That's what investors do. Professor Auntie Val, the tables have turned. Curtis Davis, Vanessa Comagate. It was bad at a Burbank gas station. Guy mad at prices. Are they up to $6 yet over there in LA? Because I know, the gouging is happening. Yes, Russia is toying with U.S. and Ukraine. We need to step in. Curtis Davis, we should have been stepped in. What are you holding? Why are you spending $700 billion a year for what? So you can fight who? Who? There's only three countries that you would even engage with. That would be China, North Korea, and Russia. Who else are you spending all this 770 billion for on? There's no other country that would do anything. They're not going to waste their precious resources to spend 200, 300 billion dollars on armament that they're not going to use. That's crazy. So again, there's only one reason only. That's so they can tax you and your next 5, 10 generations down the line to pay for an illusion. Like you're the world best. And we're going to take care of the world. We have allies. We're not going to let anything happen to our allies. Okay. Every ally that we ever had, we ain't done jack crap. All right. Enough. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It just pisses me off that they're stealing money from us, giving us this thing about we're the democracies around the world. We're trying to protect them. And all somebody has to do is just go, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to roll up to your allies' line. And then I'm just going to roll across their line and we're going to sit here and chit chat. And then in a few days, I'm just going to invade. And the whole time, he just didn't do it in 1 day. He didn't do it in 2 days. He didn't do it in 3 days. He didn't do it in 4 days. Dude did it in weeks. And you didn't do jack crap. All right. Auntie Val, good eve, sis. That's where I get pissed, man. They're stealing money from us, the OCs, to pay for this nonsense that they're not doing anything. What's good, sis? Oh, man, crazy in these LA streets. Vanessa, come again. Unfortunately, it's going to be crazy in all of the big cities. The Great Reset is already happening. You guys don't understand. This fighting at the gas station is one thing. There's already been people, as you know, during the COVID situation where there's groups of people in certain states and cities rolling into stores, 10, 15, 20 people deep, grabbing whatever they want, rolling out. Just like a third world country. It's been happening right underneath your noses. So this fight over gas, no surprise. It's just going to get worse. And gas prices should be increasing, by the way, because you know how they do it here in America. Since there's a conflict over there and it just happened today, that means, well, the gas in the ground already and those tanks already, somehow the price increased. So yeah, the price is going to increase already. It's how they do us here, ladies and gentlemen. And you think you live in a capitalist society, you better act like you do, because you're about to get jacked. Breaking news, blast heard in capital Kiev. Of course you did. Of course you did. You can call it a state of emergency. They had a state of emergency over the last 2 days. They knew the United States wasn't going to come in there and help them. In Ukraine, Kiev, state of emergency. Kiev, as Putin says, Russia is launching an attack on Ukraine. You know what's weird? I thought the attack was when he rolled across their country line. Border. I call that an attack, don't you? I mean, I don't know what this stuff is. This is ludicrous. I'm pretty sure if there was Russian tanks on the whatever border in the United States, and they rolled across 3 days ago, I think you would consider that an attack. Right? I mean, if a Chinese tank or airplane went in the United States airspace, I don't think you're just going to act like that's normal stuff. You're going to be like, that's considered an attack. You got to do something. So all this chit-chatting that they've been doing, acting like they don't want to engage with that bum country, Russia. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys something. As rates tick up for mortgages, the housing buying slowing down. The crash may come soon. Yes, Curtis Davis. They've already raised interest rates. People haven't been paying attention. And therefore, when they actually raise it, that 0.5, now all of a sudden that's going to price a whole bunch of people out. So if you're going to buy a house, well, I don't know why you would buy a house now, but if you do, I would suggest you get it now. Like now. Andy Ortiz, yo, what's up, everyone? I made it. Andy Ortiz, welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. We're almost 2 hours in, ladies and gentlemen, and Andy Ortiz has joined us, and I appreciate it with the icon. And everybody, please smash that like button. You know why? Because the YouTube gods, they don't like us here. You need to tell them that you're watching the channel despite what they're doing. That's right. I got you, YouTube. Don't worry about it. We know what's coming. We know what's happening. And I want to thank everybody, all the supporters with the icon next to your name. I got to say, as I always say every week, thank you so much, because your membership pays me more than YouTube does. That's how crazy this is. So thank you so much. All right. Now let's keep it moving. Curtis Davis, at Eric, facts. Putin slow boiling on Ukraine people. He sends in people. Exactly. Exactly. They are closing a lot of the pharmacies because of theft. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. This is how we're doing it. This is what's going to happen. It's a third world country. You guys thought I was BSing when I wrote it, when I did that video about third world country. A lot of people was like, this dude doesn't know what he's saying. I've been knowing what I'm saying. I've been saying it for 20 years, by the way, because people didn't understand that the dollar is worthless. Therefore, they have to print more money just to keep things stable. And then you're going to have to do other levers. You're going to have to pull other levers to keep it there. And those other levers means they're going to create what we call derivatives. Once they create derivatives, now they can sell those derivatives to other people around the world. And now those people around the world are getting bogus crap assets, but yet hundreds of millions of dollars, trillions of dollars are coming back. But those trillions of dollars aren't coming to us, the ordinary citizens. They're staying in the hands of the top 1%ers. The wealth gap has gotten wider and wider and wider every year, and it's about to get a whole lot wider after this conflict, because the people with the money are going to be buying these stocks when they go down. In fact, some people are about to get themselves some 10 strong block coins to get a node, because it appears this stuff is going down to $250. This is getting crazy. And theft is going to be the way of the world, just like a third world country. You guys, the global reset, the great reset, is an illusion. It's happening right now. In California, the homeless started 3 years ago. Exactly. Now, even in the ATL, now they will require $4,000 first month, and last month, FICO, $640. Plus last 2 years, W-2s or 1099, they want $2,200 a month. Exactly. Exactly. $2,200 a month means you have to make $70,000 a year, ladies and gentlemen. You guys getting this? You guys getting this yet? All right. Now, here's what I want to get into when we're talking, because we talk about different things here, ladies and gentlemen. But this conflict is good for you, OCs, ordinary citizens. Here comes your opportunity. You can buy low. GDP of Russia. Look at this, man. This is so this is disgusting. This is disgusting. 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 I'm going to show you guys. This is why this is a joke. This is why I don't understand why you aren't making sure that they spend a whole lot of money on their military. This is chess, not checkers. Look at this. $1 trillion, 1.7 trillion. That's their GDP, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe this? 1.7. All right. Now look. Look at this. Here's the GDP of the United States. Damn near 20 times. Well, 1.7. It's not 20, but 15. 15 times GDP. And you're messing around with these guys like they're somebody. Come on. Come on. This is crazy. Let me go look at something real quick, because I don't even know the answer to this. GDP of Brazil. Isn't this? Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, is in the same ballpark GDP-wise as Russia. Hey, anybody notice the difference between Brazil and Russia? Brazil doesn't have some armaments and all this. They're not wasting all their money like Putin and Russia spending $61 billion. Wonder why. So you're telling me you're scared of these countries? You'd let Brazil invade another country, right? Doubtful. So why are you letting these clowns who only have the same as Brazil GDP, you're not going over there to handle biz? Come on, man. It's disgusting. So anyhow, I just had to show you guys, let you know why I call it disgusting, because that $700 billion that they're taking for the military budget comes out of our pockets. Your taxes. All right? So they playing around. That's why I'm livid about this. Yep, Biden acting like he's ahead of the war with BS sanction. Putin's already in since Saturday, Sunday. Why are we dropping bombs or sending defensive warnings? Exactly. It only helps your buddies. It only helps you guys. The Raytheons, like I said, the McDonnell Douglas, the Boeings, well, they merged. But they're only helping those Oracles, the Microsoft with and Apple with their software systems. This is helping all their buddies, right? The security forces that need to go over there that aren't in the military, all that's being helped. The Great Reset is happening right now, and then they're sitting over here messing around. This is all like a plan or something. Just think about it. Why aren't you going into Ukraine and protecting our allies? Why wouldn't you do that? You need conflict. Or guess you don't, because the United States never goes in and handles against number 2, number 3, Russia, China, North Korea. Y'all just sit there and go sanctions. What kind of nonsense, man? Sick. Andy Ortiz, huge facts. Exactly. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you have been fooled. You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. Everybody knows I say that because, again, that training day just kills me. But anyhow, you have been hoodwinked. You have been bamboozled. You're sitting over here thinking that you live in a country that is actually a democracy, which it's not. You think you live in a country that's a capitalist society, which it is not. It's part capitalist society and part socialist. It depends on what your level of finance is in America. If you are in the top 1%, top 10%, you can get loans without even signing nothing. Why? Because they say, hey, we see you got property over there, and we can see, yeah, you want $2 million here. Oh, and by the way, 0% interest for 7 years. Interest only, 7 years. Talk to you later. And you'll also be able to get PPP loans. You'll be able to get HUD housing, backdoor moves. So while you're sitting out here as a real estate investor and you know there's HUD houses for sale and you got to go bid for them. In fact, some of you may be able to even buy them. But you don't know that to the 1%ers, they're sitting there going, hey, we have a portfolio of about 10 apartment buildings. These 200-300 unit apartment buildings. We got a few of those. How much do you want to buy them for? We're not going to put these on the books. We're just going to tell you because you're our buddy. You're already in the top 10%, top 1% club. See, if somebody rolled to you and said, hey, you know what? You don't have to put any money down, but here's some property. And it's 200 units, 300 units. I think you would be up financially too. You'd be well ahead. I shouldn't even start it, but I am. Mr. Hannity, who sits up there and talks all that BS. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been one of those lucky people because he gets paid very well by Fox News. So he was able to go in and buy some HUD stuff for $2 million, $3 million. In Atlanta, Georgia area, he has some pretty big apartment complexes courtesy of HUD. Backdoor moves. So now you see why he gets to sit up there and act all cocky. Because financially, he's basically in the 0.05% of the finances in America. Dude makes like almost damn near $100 million a year. Right. So some people don't get to live in capitalist societies where they got to roll in and put down 25, 30% to get those apartment buildings. Some people get them handed to them. And not just 1, 2, or 3 of them. All right. We do homework here, ladies and gentlemen. You got to understand what you're dealing with out here. This is why it's real in the field. When you're sitting out here trying to do what you're doing as a business owner or as a person who's investing, and you're sitting there going, man, I lost money. Man, it's so hard. Man, all these obstacles. That's because it's real. You're in the capitalist society. Nobody's coming to you going, well, we see you out here trying. So, hey, you want a loan for $1 million? Nobody's going to do that. You're in the capitalist system. Other people are in the socialist system. All right, enough. The global reset is happening right now. All right. Let's see. I left something out. They're closing a lot of pharmacies because of theft. We talked about the homeless. Biden sitting over there acting like the invasion isn't happening. I don't know what that's about. Absolutely. It's a big money grab for the government. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. That's how it is. Curtis Davis. Crazy. For 3 weeks, we knew this war started. Putin claims there are Russians in Ukraine that need his protection. Hey, Putin, like I said, he's a clown. To say something like that is hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Since you guys are still here, please smash the like button. But let me show you why this is hilarious. Ukraine has been independent. How long? Anybody want to know? Anybody want to know? How many people think it's 5 years? How many people think it's 3 years? How many people think it's 1 year? How many people think it's 10 years? All right, more than 10 years, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's a clown. Okay, he's a clown. They've been independent since 1991. He's a clown, man. This guy. Oh, my God. They've been independent for 30 years, and now he's worried about Russian citizens. Hell yeah, there was Russian citizens, but guess what? They're in a democratic republic. They were able to just leave if they want to. They're not being held captive. This is crazy. Oh my God. Let's see, America. This is what's been happening around the world. And now you see why people don't have respect for America, because they're doing drones in what you would call third world countries, right? Like Iran, well, developing nations, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Africa, North Africa, right? Middle East is what they call it, but North Africa, right? So you guys got to understand what's happening here. We got to make money. We're going to be able to make money starting in the next 24 to 48 hours. Stock market's going down. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto's going down. Are you ready? Or do you think it's going to go down even further? Here's what I think. I think the situation with Ukraine is going to continue because the United States is going to have to do something, or the allies, or NATO, whoever is going to have to come over there and do something. That's going to prolong the situation, and the next lever is going to be pulled, and that's going to be interest rates are going to increase. So now you're going to have housing going down. You're going to have crypto going down. You're going to have stock market going down. You're going to have the world in turmoil where all the markets are going down. The Federal Reserve, the IMF, they're going to have problems. They're going to have problems. The only people who won't, top 10 percenters, top 20% in financials, won't have a problem. That's where we have to stay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, look who's here. Look who's back. Wilson Koo. It says he's a new member, but I think Wilson Koo has always been a member. He had the icon before, but he came back probably because the date came up. He re-upped. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. Very, very happy to see you once again on the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Andy Ortiz, CEO, Get Real. Exactly. Good evening, Mr. Burden and SSN fam. He has his 100% facts and he sells money. That's right. Remember, before the collapse in 2008 and 9 of the housing market, they gave loans damn near to anybody that was breathing. They're doing it right now also. It's just that it's not mainstream, so you have to find people like Mr. Wilson Koo. That's right. He's a lender for business, for real estate, even rehabbing real estate. No money out of pocket potentially, as long as the after rehab value is more than your loan. You can get 100% loan, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's a good thing you tuned in and Wilson Koo showed up. And you can contact him at quick, QUIK, easyfunds.com. Or you can send me an email at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And I will get you in touch with Mr. Wilson Koo if you have a business project, if your business has revenues coming in, if you're trying to start up a business, if you have acreage and you want to get people to put something on your acreage and receive some revenue, you should talk to Wilson Koo. Simple. Starting a business, you may need some revenues, some money. Mr. Koo. There's ways you can make this happen, ladies and gentlemen. It all depends on your vision and what you're setting up. Just talk to him. There may be some investors. Now, if you want to go for some other full-blown stuff, which it has to do with apartments, and you're saying, hey, I want to get a 30-unit, 50-unit, 100-unit apartment, and I found it, and I need funding for it. Well, Wilson Koo can help you with that. I can help you with that. All right? That's how we roll, ladies and gentlemen. We help people here. All right, Curtis Davis, Wilson Koo, what's happening? Wilson Koo showing the love. Evening, Victor M, Laverne P, Mr. Koo, Curtis D, Gary W, Professor Val, Andy O. Evening, Vanessa K. Oh, nothing but the love in the SSN Nation, ladies and gentlemen. Wilson Koo, hey, Koo man from Vanessa Comagate. What's up, Wilson Koo? You can see the love here, ladies and gentlemen, from Andy Ortiz as well. Good evening, Mr. Koo from Professor Auntie Val. All Goodman busy spinning paper. There you go. Derivatives. I love it. Sign, commission. Sign, commission. Sign and sell. Sign and sell. Exactly. You attack third world country, but not Russia. Exactly. Exactly. All the time. The NATO country go in Europe, then U.S. will enter. Will enter wars. Right. That's it exactly. It's sickening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours in, we have people in the house. Wilson Koo's re-up, become members. And once again, lots of bubbles about to pop. There you go, Andy Ortiz. Eric, they send drones to Africa, Egypt, Iraq, Afghanistan. We could at least send off warning shots, missiles. Tell me about it. We got range all in the freaking North African region. Guys, notice I say North Africa because that's basically what it used to be. That's what he talked about. Egypt, Iraq, Iran, that used to be North Africa. They changed it to Middle East because they don't want people to associate oil, wealth with Africa. Because remember, Africa has everything. It's the mother country. It has everything. Diamonds, oil, everything. Doesn't matter. Food, meaning animals or food, right? Food, water, pearls, sapphires, rubies. It's all there. That's why they have to keep sectioning it off and making it seem like Africa is always a third world country, but they've been stealing all the resources for years. They'll send it to all these places, but they will not send it down the line to Africa, down the line to Russia and blow up some of their tanks. Make them spend some of that military budget. Come on, man. They only have $1.7 trillion a year in GDP. Come on now. All you got to do is blow up a few of their aircrafts, blow up a few of them tanks and rocket launchers and all that. They can't produce them fast enough. Come on. What you afraid of, America? That's what we're paying our taxes for you to defend our friends so we can go to Ukraine and visit. Even though we can go to Russia and visit too, that's half the problem. Right there. We're all sharpening my axe, getting ready for this next battle. Exactly, Andy Ortiz, because the battle's coming to your front door. They said Russia has 2 years of cash debt sourced to outlast the war before sanctions will hurt. If we, general public, know, then you know, government knows. It's cheaper to prevent war. Exactly. Exactly. Have some new partners that can get some interesting products. Thank you, Wilson Koo. Wilson Koo, come on now. We just added another person. 35 people now have invested in the DR. So therefore, in another year, 2 years, you're going to have about 30 people that need to get financing internationally. A lot of people are going to be from the U.S., but there's a lot of people, not a lot, a few people are outside the U.S., U.S. citizen. So you got to be on that now, man. Come on now. Let's go. I want to hear about that product because we can go to you instead of having to go to somebody else outside of the SSN fam. All right, Eric, getting geopolitical on us tonight. Exactly, man. Hey, you guys, if you're going to be an investor, if you're going to be in the finances, you have to be geopolitical. This kind of stuff is going to affect your bottom line, and so you're going to have to make moves. and the moves are coming up. It's kind of easy for you when the stock market crashes 30%, 20%, when crypto crashes 50, 60%, 80%. If you're into these things, these assets, then you got to buy. You have to make moves. And some of you have money sitting over at Celsius and Nexo and BlockFi and all these other places. You can borrow against your assets at 0%, not even have a repayment plan, and go buy some of these assets at rock bottom prices. Do what the 1%ers do. Leverage, derivatives. That's how they do it. Right on. We're getting ready, Andy Ortiz. 4Gs, guns, grub. That's right. Ground, gold. It's about to go down. Farmland, add that to it. Ground is what you're talking about. Exactly. But you're going to need water, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to need some prep and action going down. All right. I was talking to my lender in Portland. They're saying that the town is in anarchy and theft is rampant. Exactly, Wilson Koo. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The Great Reset is happening right underneath your feet in your town, but they're just trying to make sure that you're safe, because once you feel you're not safe, you're going to start acting a different way. You're going to rush out to the store. You're going to be grabbing up all the toilet paper. You're going to be grabbing up all the food that you can get, that you can store, the cans and whatever else, dry goods, grabbing up all the water. Next thing you know, those things are out. And next thing you know, what comes next? Water that used to be 24 bottled waters that you could get for $2.99, $3.99 is going to be $10.99. Right? You guys know what's coming. Don't act like you don't know. You know what's coming. All right? So this is all no surprise. We live in a third world country. It's just that right now, the balance has always been 60, 70% of the country has always been able to live that paycheck to paycheck or better. We're moving into where 40 to 50% are below the paycheck to paycheck level. And now, once you have thousands of people, they will join forces and show up and say, we're 100 deep. This is what we're going to try to do. They're not going to pay attention to any law. They're not going to pay attention to any government. You're going to actually have to come get them. And come get them is going to be you and me and our neighbors. So you better have some weaponry ready. Let's just call it what it is. All right? Eric, I'm working on something for the SSN family property coming up for payment. I am hoping for the interest only for 12 to 18 months and only for SSN members on the loan with open term. Wilson Koo. Man, oh man. That sounds great. That would be awesome, actually. Interest only. Ooh, I'm feeling like I'm getting shivers all over, Wilson Koo. In case you guys don't know what we're talking about and you're new here and you're not members of the channel, you can't join in the chat room. Wednesday night live streams here in the SSN Nation. Only members with the icon, supporters, they can only be in the chat room. So if you can't be in the chat room, that's why. Monday nights and Friday nights, everybody can be in the chat room. That right there, Wilson Koo, that's a game changer. Because not only are you saying this, the reason why this is a game changer, this prolongs a person being able to profit, because we're paying 0% right now while they're building the project. If we can pay interest only for another year to a year and a half while it's built, and we're able to Airbnb it and have some money coming in, now we're using other people's money to pay down that debt in a bigger lump sum. That would be awesome. Even if it's only a year and a half, that's awesome. Because if people get $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, and they get that for a year and can pay it down another 30, 40% loan to value, man, that would be awesome. Does that mean we at Punta Cana won't be getting the weekly Russian flights full of tourists anymore? Exactly, Victor Marrero. Even DR will feel the impact. This is worldwide connected economy. Exactly. That's what this is going to mean. That's exactly what it's going to mean. But you know what's kind of funny? Dominican Republic, what is it? It's like neutral, right? So that's the funny part. It's like there's still going to be flights coming in. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're going to stop. Their tourists are still going to come here. It's going to be wacky, I know, but they're still coming. But if all hell did break loose, that then they could stop the flights. But not because the DR is going to give a damn. They're not like, nobody's coming to invade them. They don't care. But the point is, it could happen because they might not be able to go over certain airspace. But nonetheless, Russia has friends. See, Putin has friends. People don't realize this. America does propaganda. They're saying Putin is, he's a strong man. He's a dictator pretty much. And the narrative is they're communists, which they're really kind of not. But that's their story that American people know. But Putin goes around the world to other leaders. They invite him all the time. He's not some pariah. He's only a pariah within the G7. They don't want to add him, but you know who the G7 is. When you got Switzerland, the United States, France, UK, those type of countries, basically it's Europeans, right? Canada. That's it. The rest of the world, Putin's like their friend. He's not invading anything in South America. He's not invading anything in Central America. He's not invading anything over in Asia. Who's he messing with? He's messing with the U.S. allies. The rest of the world's like, yeah, right on. We don't like them guys anyhow. You see how they're printing money. You see how they talk to us. You see how they tell us our money's worth 10 to 1 and they're 30 trillion in debt. You guys got to get out around the world more. Things aren't what they appear to be. And that's why part of the reason why Putin actually feels like that, because he called around the world and some of the people are like, F them. That used to be Russia anyhow. United States ain't going to do nothing. You see what they do when there was a Korean War? They showed up late. You see what they did in World War II? They waited till Hitler damn near had the whole European continent. You see what happened? Only because Hitler got stupid. And for some reason, he went to Africa instead of the UK when it's across the river from France. You guys got to check out history because it's incredible. All Hitler had to do was go across the English Channel, across the river, and he would have had the whole damn... Everybody in Europe right now would be German. But instead, he sends his best dude down to something that doesn't even matter. You could have went down to North Africa any freaking time. I'm like, what the hell? You had Italy as your buddy. They could have went down there and handled. But anyhow, I digress. So dudes out there, friends with the whole other countries. So Putin is wanting to short coal and oil. Of course, just like he's going to flood the market with oil too. Him and Saudi Arabia, who's our friends. Facts, we already have a supply chain shortage, more pressure on it. If people get scared and run out of water or essentials, the crash exasperates itself. Exactly. Leah Dennis, welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday Night live stream. Very happy to see you with the icon next to your name. Good evening, SSN family. Good evening to you too. I am going to have to catch the replay, 100% facts, and mad about you didn't catch it. Well, yeah, we're still here. 2 hours, 23 minutes in. Please smash that like button. It seems like we're not over yet. We're a little heated. And by the way, 2 hours in, and I still haven't played the new promo. I guess I'll have to do it right now shortly. I got my weekly recurring buy order set for the next couple months. Andy Ortiz, rah, shish bob. I love that, man. Being an entrepreneur that put it down, you actually studied, did it, and I'm happy to hear that you're having that reoccurring revenue. We love to hear that the Amazon way and a few other ways. That overnight graveyard shift may be coming to an end. All right, so we're going to play the promo so I can get myself a little water. I want to thank you for still being here and listening to me ranting about the geopolitical situation, but this is going to affect you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to look into the stock market overnights again, the futures, see what that looks like. And I'm going to play this promo real quick. Evening, Leah. And here we go. You know it, says Andy Ortiz. Eric, when I get my lenders sorted out on SSN member family, then we'll get an SSN specific special. I like to hear that. I got my weekly occurring. All right, let's do it. Here's number 11, ladies and gentlemen. But first, I'm going to do number 1. We might have some new people here. Just so you know what the promo is, I'm going to show you this little promo first. So I'll do this one. So everybody, wait, that's not the right one. Sorry. Here's the first promo. All right. And I might even skip, but this is the first one, and I'm going to go back to back. So if you guys want to get some water, relax for about 1.5 minutes, I'm going to run 2 of the promo videos, and we'll be back.
Come on, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's one, but I'm going to play the new one in case you missed it on Monday night. Here comes the latest one. You know we're going to keep these going. SSN Lifestyle, like I said, you guys have no idea. I had to put the pictures. They would have been sitting at the house, but now because of that moving situation, I had to go put everything in storage. I don't even know where the pictures in the box are. But anyhow, I still had some on tap, so you guys can check this out. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Come on, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Had to get some of that in because why work all this hard? Whether you work at a job, whether you're doing investments, you're taking risk. Because every day you leave your house, you're taking a risk. You can be in a car accident. You could be in a health crisis. Anything can happen. So why not have a little fun in life? Make that a priority. All right. And how you can make it a priority is by investing in yourself early, investing in a business. Try to get that passive income, trying to get those streams of income. Even if you fail, you learn. And then you keep doing it again and again. So then you just build it up, one thing, then another, then another. That's all you need to do, but it's going to take time. We're not here selling you courses that's going to be 30 days. It's going to have to take you about a year. I'm sorry to tell you that. In some cases, it might take you 6 months, but anyhow, you can start getting revenue coming in. It might start small. It might be $50. It might be 100. It might be 300 a month. And then all of a sudden, it's still 300 a month, but it's 300 every month. Now you can say, okay, let me tweak it. Maybe I can get it up to 4 or 5. Maybe I can get it to 1,000. Maybe I can get it to 5,000. Maybe you maxed out what you think you could do, and then you say, well, I'll start another stream. And then the next stream gets up to 3, 4, 500, 1,000. Next thing you know, you've got 2,000, 3,000 coming in. And now you can be anywhere on the planet and do what you love to do. That's the ultimate goal. Because you never know when the great reset is coming and when foolishness is going to happen around the world, just like what's about to happen right now. Here's the thing, though. The very most interesting thing about this is I don't think the other guys like China is going to jump in. North Korea is not going to jump in. Nobody else is really going to jump in one way or another, I don't think. So therefore, it's not a global situation, so to speak. But If you start doing this allies, which is going to happen, NATO, things like that, and then I'm afraid the next lever is going to happen. And this is where things are going to get scary. You know, China and Taiwan is the same thing like Russia and Ukraine. And I really think after watching what Russia just was allowed to do, I think China is going to roll over to Taiwan and say, you're part of the Chinese Republic once again. Now, some of you may not understand what this really means. So I'm just going to have to go to the screen. Taiwan. You guys know there's a chip shortage right now? You guys know that, right? I'm trying to figure out the right thing that I want. Taiwan chips are what part of the market? Like, watch this. I didn't say it right. But anyhow, the semiconductors, you guys already know there's a chip shortage. I just wanted to let you guys see this because I think the number is 80% of chips are made in Taiwan. Let me see if I can get this right. I'll try it this way. I believe it's 80%. Well, here we go. Let's see what it is. Oh, I'm wrong. 92% of the world's most advanced semiconductor manufacturing capacity is in Taiwan. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, this little situation over in the Ukraine could actually turn the world upside down because Taiwan right now, they have a little shortage. They're doing whatever they got to do. But you can imagine if this was under Chinese control, you're screwed. You think you can't make cars right now? You think you can't produce computers and artificial intelligence right now? What happens when China rolls over to Taiwan? You might as well short every semiconductor stock if that happens. And quite frankly, it could happen after this fiasco that's going on over here in Ukraine. So again, this is chess, not checkers, but you're going to be prepared for that, right? Because you know that's the next lever. And you already know there's some conflict with Taiwan anyhow between Taiwan, US, and Asian allies. You know that's a problem already. And after watching this stuff, you guys know what's happening. All right? Don't get caught. You'll be able to still make some money, take advantage of all these things. And that also means potentially companies like NVIDIA, AMD, they could have problems. All right. And this is why Apple decided to start making their own chips. This is why Apple did the right thing. That also means their company's probably a little more valuable than what their stock price is, if you can believe it. So get these companies. When we start talking about what's going to happen with the stock market, go with, again, I've said this before, Microsoft, Amazon, all these guys, Oracles. And oh, by the way, I forgot the other stock. ORC gets you 17. Oh, man. Hold on a second. I got to show you guys something, ladies and gentlemen. Remember ORC was 17% on Monday? If that stock dropped even more, that means their dividend is at 18.5% now. Ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty serious. I need to know if they're paying this out, though. Let's go find out. See Alpha. Seeking Alpha. Let me go see if they're still paying this out because that's 18.5%. That beats inflation, ladies and gentlemen. And tomorrow, this stock is even going to be lower. Can you imagine 19% on your money? That would break the record of PSEC. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. Yep. It looks like they're still paying out. Next ex-dividend date is 2/25. So get this, in case you don't know what this means. If you it might take 2 days to settle. So if you bought this, well, I don't know what's going to happen. But anyhow, if you buy the stock before 2/25, the record date's 2/28, so it should be settled. That means you're going to get your first dividend March 29th, because they give out dividends monthly. All right. Now, some of you might be going, oh, Eric, it's no big deal. Okay. It's only 6 cents every month. So it's 70, well, it's a little more. It's about 75 cents a year. All right. But it's still 18.5% on your money. And tomorrow it might even hit 19% because it's going to drop in price. You guys watching this? You're seeing this, right? You're seeing this. Come on now. You're seeing this, right? You're seeing it. Let's see if they oh, it's locked because I'm not a member of those guys. But anyhow, you know what it is. So once again, you guys have an opportunity to do something about 18% on your money on a $3 and something stock. And that stock is like cheap. Let me see. Let's go back to see what's happened. Oh, I don't have the pre-markets up. Oh, here we go. Nope. Wait, I don't have pre-markets. Where's the pre-markets? All right. Stock market. Where's the... Oh, there we go. Let's go check this out. Let's see how bad it's getting. There's going to be blood in the streets tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. This could exasperate the situation. The Feds, wouldn't it be wild if the Feds all of a sudden said we're going to increase the interest rates tomorrow? Oh my, this is negative 773 going in for the Dow. That's the Dow Mini though. Negative 769. Oh my, implied open. Woo, this could drop 1,000 points tomorrow on the Dow Jones. This could drop like 300, 400 points. Oh my. Asia Pacific, look at this. The Nikkei is now at negative 552, negative. Oh my, this is going to be interesting. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. Oil is going to go up, right? Remember Gino Chimiente? He was here on Money Making Mondays. He said oil. I said oil too. Keep that in mind. All right. Keep that in mind. We're saying it because of the conflict. That's going to, and sure enough, look at the pop. Boom. Natural, all of it. Because Russia, Ukraine, and all that has natural gas. Gold, pop. Silver, pop. This is what used to happen. This is what used to happen when inflation went up. Gold and silver was a hedge against inflation. So you would invest, take the money and invest in this, and then you would get that 10, 20, 30%, 40% increase and then turn it back into fiat. But it's better than having your money decrease in value while the stock market's going down. That's what used to be the playbook until they manipulated the gold, silver, and precious metal market. But tomorrow, they're on tap to increase naturally. The VIX, well, they should go up too. But unfortunately, they didn't want the OCs to be able to do the VIX like they used to be able to, because the VIX would have been like around 30, 40 bucks. And then if you had a 30% decrease, then it would all of a sudden be 200, 300, 400. And then they nixed it because, let's just say what it is. They didn't want OCs being able to get that thousands of percent on their money because the stock market's crashing. All right. This is good, ladies and gentlemen. You have opportunity. You're safe at home. Remember, you're safe and sound at home. You're not in near the Ukraine. All right. You're safe and sound over here. You can think clearly. You can make investments. All right. Okay. Let's go. Here we go. Evening. Here we are. The oil boom going to 100 a barrel. Yes, makes oil well investors rich. 5,000 per month, and it pumps out. Exactly. It's tough getting oil sourced. There's lots of buyers lining up at refineries. Exactly. Wilson Koo. Special shout out to Wilson Koo, Vanessa K, Auntie Val, Curtis D, and Annie O. Thank you so much, Leah Dennis, showing the love. Miners in crypto are worried as the short is coming hard. Exactly. This is that. Hey, if you're a bad guy, how do you make sure that you crash some of the Bitcoin and the Ethereum and all these miner type situations? It's coming. Wilson Koo just mentioned it. Auntie Val, good evening, Leah. With the strength. Hey, Leah, girl. Have not seen crypto this low since July. Auntie Val, exactly. It's going down even lower. Because since the stock market's going to go down, you know they're not going to have this where people are going to take it out and put it in crypto that they don't control. So therefore, crypto has to go down. The crypto crash is even going to be heavier than it was before. This is you guys, you have an opportunity. Dividend stocks on sale. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. Let me go look at my fave. One of my faves too. Oh, in fact, best of both worlds. Hold on a second. AM. Let me go see what's happening with AM. 9.63% dividend. Damn. We're almost at 10%. In fact, we are at 10%. You know why? Because it's at the close 935, but aftermarket 927, 928. Well, that might not be enough to get to 10, but it's going to be at a 9.7 or so. This is AM. I didn't mean AM, but okay, AM's good too. I meant SHLX. This is probably, oh, it did go, well, no after hours. What's happening? Anyhow, that's 8.83, but this potentially could go up because they're part of the Shell pipeline. But again, dividends, ladies and gentlemen, 8.83, but we like the other one, 17, 18. All right, here we go. BTC is now in the 34K range. Buckle up. This is going to be very bad for crypto, ladies and gentlemen. You guys, I have a big smile on my face. This means that you have an opportunity. Remember, was it last year that BTC went to 20? No. Yeah, it was last year. It went down to 31. We had the Gentleman of Crypto on. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what you're going to get around here. Gentleman of Crypto was on our live stream. We talked about crypto, and he was like, I'm buying at 34. I bought at 32. It dipped to 29. He was like, I bought some more. And look what happened. At the 29, it went back up to 46. So some people made a lot of money if they sold. But at the same time, we're back almost going to be down in that 29, 30 something range again. Are you going to take advantage? Let me know. Come on. Leah Dennis, welcome back. PLGAUYGOLD, silver, other metals may rise tomorrow. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis. He brought back the playbook. He bought out the playbook, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you have to have your pen, pad, and paper ready. You never know, because he bought back the gems. That were the ones. AUYGOLD, PLG. But I already mentioned DRD's on there. I can't remember. There's others I can't even remember off the top of my head right now. But it's all right. This is pretty good. This is a good list right here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You got to get yourself precious metals. I think this is the time. I think the time has come to officially get in a little bit more of precious metals. But the only problem is they're going to add premium prices. It's $25 for silver. It's going to be $30 to buy. In fact, why don't I just go look? Why don't we just go look like APMEX, for instance? You know, it sounds like Aflax a little bit, but it's APMEX. Why don't we just go over here and find out? Okay. And please smash the like button. Oh, look at this. This is real time. Here's what's going to happen. So tomorrow, let's just go. I'll just use a bar, for example. Brand, wait. We'll just do 1 ounce. Or no, yeah, 1 ounce. We'll have a 1 ounce bar. Let's see what the premium is going to be. Is this going to cost us $30? They're going to add $5 on top. Let's see. It's $29.93, $30. So they're adding like $5 premium. So again, this is why I hate this stuff right here sometimes, because that's 20%. They added on 20% of the value. So when it really would have went up to $30, everybody would be 20% in a week, a month. Now you got to wait till it gets up to 30 just to break even. Which that's a substantial move when you think about it. And if it moves 30%, then you just earn 10%. Why would you care about that? That's what I hate about it. It's just ridiculous. But anyhow, no shock there. This is going to reach 2,000 in 2 days. Guarantee you that. Gold is a little different. So let's go check out some gold, and let's go with, well, it doesn't matter. It's 1 ounce. This won't be 20%. This won't be 20% increase as a premium, guaranteed. That won't happen. Nobody's going to pay like $2,300. Won't happen. Let's go with Canadian for Mr. Koo. Maple leaf. Let's go see what a 1 ounce is going to sell for. Yeah, they're just adding like 5%, something like that. Yeah, that's expected. Not even $75. So, yeah, $20.39. So it's less than, it's damn sure isn't 20%. So that's what the premiums on gold is, a little bit less. So you can live with that, because it will be 2,000 for sure, but you'll still be negative until it hits 2040. But it'll hit 2040, I think, if the Russia situation goes on until next week. So silver stackers and gold stackers, you can thank Russia for the price increase that's about to happen, but the premiums throw everything out of whack. All right. Curtis Davis still throwing in some gems. PSEC, haha, that's right. FSM. Oh, man. FSM. They got pummeled. Their price should be so low, it should be ridiculous. Let's see. Fortuna Silver Mines. Yeah, that price is ridiculous. Let me see. Look at here. Year over year, negative 55. This is in Canada, the silver mines. This is funny because this is already at crash price. So that is an awesome opportunity potentially. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's all there for the taking potentially. Do your due diligence. Do your homework. Study this up a little bit. It's only in your best interest, because this is when the top 10%ers, when governments mess up. You have to pounce when governments mess up and allow ordinary citizens to get in on the cheap. When blood is in the streets, that's when you got to pounce. And don't give me none of that. I know some of you are going, Eric, I can't pounce. I'm like, don't give me any of that. You can buy fractional shares. Don't worry about that. You can buy fractions in Robinhood and Webull. The link is down below. Get your free $10 of Bitcoin down below from Coinbase. Get your free $5 of Shiba or Dogecoin or ADA or XRP from Webull. The links are down below. Pretty simple. All right. So these are the things we talk about, because blood is in the streets, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. It's going down. I'm not mad because, well, let's just put it in. You guys already know I made my video, 3-4 months back, where I said I was selling most of my stuff, stocks that is. And so I'm like sitting here like waiting for this to go down, even though, thank you, Putin, I don't mind. It's going down. Either way, it was going down. It just was going to go down 3 weeks from now instead of now. So they just now exasperated the situation. So do your due diligence, study up on some stocks you might like, certain sectors. Hell, even the metaverse stocks are going to be on sale, right? The mana or crypto, right? So you got options there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, 49 minutes. We're going to make this 3 hours, it looks like. So please smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. That's all you have to do. Okay? Oh, and how can I forget? Seeing how the guys at YouTube don't like to give out notifications that often, down below in the description, please sign up for the newsletter, because I usually send out a newsletter when we do live streams and when I send out a video. I'll be dropping a video tomorrow, by the way. Okay, so sign up for the newsletter so you'll know that I dropped a video, because let's face facts, we have thousands of subscribers and less than a few hundred get notification. Not 1,000, not 2,000, not 5,000, but a few hundred. Okay, just to give you guys an idea how they're doing the SSN Nation. So I appreciate your support and being here. Now, anything else you want to talk about tonight, the floor is all yours, ladies and gentlemen, because we went geopolitical tonight, but that geopolitical means we have plans for our finances. Just like Marrero, he's already said, I'm buying tomorrow. He has to. He doesn't have to, but he's going to, because he's smart. He's an investor. He takes risk. I think it's going to go even lower. That's what I think. So that's why it's a good day to do. You don't have to use all your bullets, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to use all your duffel bag of cash. You can use a little bit of it, a percentage of it. You don't have to use all of it. You don't have to go all in. You just want to use a little bit, because if it drops even more, you want to use a little bit more to buy some more. All right? That's what you do on dollar cost averaging, whether it's crypto, whether it's stock. Real estate's coming next. When they raise the interest rates, that's coming next. All right? So now think about this. You have everything on fire. That would be interesting. Everything's on fire. Stocks, crypto, and real estate. That would be very, very interesting, wouldn't it? Because if that happens, everything's going down. What's going to be able to pick it up? Jobs are going to be lost. More people out of work means less people that's going to be able to buy things. We already have a COVID situation, so there's already less people being able to buy things. Less manufacturing, that means the store shelves are going to be emptier. Supply chain is going to be hemmed up even more. Now you've just set the stage for a Great Depression. Now what? Get your assets, ladies and gentlemen. And luckily, there's some saving graces, because we have social media. You have Amazons, you have Facebook marketplaces, you have ways to make money unconventionally. So even though we can call it the Great Depression, let's say, you can still get on a platform, a podcast. You can do anything to make additional streams of revenue these days. Unlike during the Great Depression, you didn't have much choices. You had a job or nothing. So when they close up the bank, you're screwed. You close up a bank right now, some people would be like, I still got crypto. You can still do business. You can still operate. Some people would be like, I got gold and silver. I can start bartering. That's the theory. So think about it, ladies and gentlemen. You will use alternative methods, but in order to use alternative methods, you have to have those assets. Some people will be like, I'll trade a building, all kind of things. All right. So we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow, but we know what's going down. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. We're not going to get to the 3 hours, but this is one of the longest Wednesday night live streams we've had. Geopolitical talk. It's been a blast. I got the SSN playbook. Exactly, Curtis Davis got it. Auntie Val with the heart, with the strength. Professor Auntie Val. Oh, and by the way, since Professor Auntie Val gave us the #1 investment opportunity of 2021, I just got to go look, because this thing went down to 250. I just can't believe it. It dropped from 271 to 260 to 250. I got to see if it dropped any further. This is crazy. This is like a shock. I'm in shock by this. Okay, so we're still at 250. Wow. Now it's only 2,700 to get 10 nodes. I mean, get your 10 coins so you can buy a node. And you go to strongblock.com if you want to get a node. And basically, they pay you 10% of the coin price. So tomorrow it appears it's going to be $25 coming, or 24, whatever is coming. 24 times 30 during a month. That's 30 days. What is that? $750. Still not bad. This also means Power Node might be back in single digits. Let's see what they're at. Haven't looked. Oh, they're almost back to single digits. Oh, they're very close to single digits. Power Node is similar. The Drip network is similar. 10% of the coin price is what they give you in rewards or interest every day. So take your pick. All right. Drip, I believe. Oh, in fact, let's go find out about Drip, because this is passive income, ladies and gentlemen. This is about to be in single digits. Power Node, if you're by 50 nodes, I mean, not nodes, 50 coins means you get paid 0.7, 70% every day of the coin price. That gives you an idea. So this right here with Power Nodes is very, very interesting, because it's going to go under. It's going to be like $9. Might be $8 this time tomorrow. So stay tuned. Drip Network. Hopefully I have this on the screen so you guys can see this. Let me make sure. Yes, it's on the screen. This is crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Drip Network price. Some of you are in Drip. I'm not in Drip yet. I still haven't got in Drip. Let's see what it is. It's not moving that much down. It's staying around 100. So that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. It only went down like 2%. 1 month, high and low, 169, and the low is 99.91. So Drip is almost like it's stabilized around $100. And again, let me know, you Drip Network guys, isn't it 10% as well? Because I haven't gotten in. I believe it's 10%. So let me know. Marrero, if you're still up and with us, let me know if it's 10%. Joshua Felder might be watching, but I don't know. Let me know. I think someone else is in Drip too that might be here tonight. Let me know if it's 10%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it 2 hours, 57 minutes. And please, if you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell. And once again, down below in the description, there's several things that can help you out. The freebies are there. The free Amazon FBA course by David Quintieri's there. The free $10 of Bitcoin from Coinbase. The free $5 of Shiba or Dogecoin or ADA or XRP from Webull. The free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. If you want to start a business, but you are going to protect yourself, meaning you don't want to start a business using your home address. You're going to want to use Opus Virtual Office. It's $99 per month. If you prepay in advance, it even gets less, but use the code YG1 if you do sign up, because that waives the admin fee. All right? It's a tax write-off. Somebody answers your phone under your company name. You have a business line, 411. You have a fax business line. Again, somebody answers your phone live under your company name. They can forward it to you. That's just for starters. And also, they started something new. They report to your business credit file as well. How about that? How awesome is that? Okay, let's see what we got. Drip is 1%, not 10. All right, Victor Morrell, thank you. I am deep in Drip. It's 1% daily on your balance. 1%. Okay. So we're talking about one for every $100, it's $1. Is that what you're saying? $1,000 is $10. 10,000. I don't like that number. 2,000 is only $20. But is that a day? $20 a day. I don't like that number. I don't like that number. Especially if you're going to spend $2,700 and you're just going to give me, well, if everything stayed the same, that'd be $27. And I guess that's almost the same as Strong Block when you really think about it. Spend $2,700 and you're getting $25 a day. So almost the same. Close to it anyhow. So there you go. So those are the ones, ladies and gentlemen. And actually, Drip, there's no ranking yet for the number one investment in 2022. But Drip actually is right now in consideration. So we're going to find out how this goes. At one time, Hector was in consideration too. They're still in consideration. We are not going to determine who the number one investment in 2022 is right now. We're going to see who that is in about 6 months from now. But thank you, Victor Marrero, for that. But just let me make sure it's 1% on your daily balance, but has nothing to do with the coin price. So that's a little different. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. Yes, it's $99 now, ladies and gentlemen. So the Drip Network, this is about the lowest it's been in a long time. That's the lowest it has been in the last month. What about the last year? Well, it was only $6.47. So I can't be mad at that number. You would have had to have been in last year. But nonetheless, this is under $100. And it's going to keep going. All right. We're going to have to wrap up the live stream. I want to thank everybody for being here once again. All right. And so I don't think I've left anything out other than the fact, make sure you still remember tomorrow. Oh, hold on. Let me check my phone. Remember tomorrow, February 24th, if you've been looking at real estate in Punta Cana area, I highly suggest, wait a minute. He just sent me something over. I highly suggest you talk to these people. Hold on a second. Hold on. He just sent me something. Okay, if you're interested in Panorama Luxury, that's going to be on sale. Central Park, also on sale. Olia, Del Mar, Cana Hills, Cana Alta, Ziba. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see the live stream with Mr. Estacio and friends, there is a Ziba 2. A Ziba 2. And it's by the golf course allegedly. And there's some more, he says. Oh my. Wow. Wow. I don't even know where Cana Alta is or Cana Hills. We're going to have to find out about this. Well, he's probably sleeping. But doggone it. There's some more projects, ladies and gentlemen, but they're on sale tomorrow. There's going to be 5% off, 10% off. So if you want to do Punta Cana pre-construction properties, no credit check, no qualifying, then you need to get in the play. You got to get in the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Remember, it's 1%. However, you can recompound every day. This is a long-term investment. The max payout gets crazy after a couple of years with the power of compounding. Very well said, Victor Morel, because if you can compound every day, that 1% adds up. So you're earning one. It's just like Celsius Network, except Celsius and Nexo and BlockFi and Voyager, they don't compound every night. So in other words, even though you're earning rewards with Celsius Network, by the way, it's down below, ladies and gentlemen. If you're hodling crypto, you can hold it there and earn interest on your money. they compound it Friday to Friday. I mean, you earn interest Friday to Friday, but they compound it, put it into your account on Monday. Drip gives you interest every day, but you can put that interest money into your account. So now you're compounding it if that's what you want to do every day. So you're compounding every day. That adds up a lot quicker. He's right about that. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I can't blame him for none of that. Jesus. I don't know about now. I want to stay up a little longer and find out what this Kana Alta is and Kana Hills and Zeba 2. I don't know anything about these. These are pre-construction properties. He mentioned it, but he didn't give me any of the goodies. Let's see. I don't know where Kana Alta and Kana Hills are. Zeba, Suites, and Golf. Nope, that's not it. Let's go see what Kana Alta is. Yeah, I'd like to see this stuff myself. What's happening? Well, I guess we're going to have to talk about this on Friday night because that'll be part of February 24th through the 27th. So we'll have it. Oh, I found Kana Alta. It's actually from last year. So that means they have units left, and some of these could be on sale. So that's beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up. And again, please smash the like button if you like what we're talking about. Subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And you guys know it's hard out here. Nobody's coming to save you. By the way, we have that gear. Nobody's coming to save you. That's being made now. You can buy, pre-order at stopstrugglingnow.com. Got to do a little promo work. All right. So you can go there. And all I can say is the global reset that we've been talking about, the great reset, is happening right now. So don't be fooled. Get ready. Protect yourselves at all costs, especially financially, because once they take the money away from you and you have no way to buy anything, no way to have a roof and shelter, that's the key right there. As long as you have ways so they cannot just grab it, take it, steal it, then you will always be above the fray, because there's worse scenarios, ladies and gentlemen. No roof over your head, no money in your pockets, no money coming, and no way to do anything, no job coming. So therefore, you have to create your own job, your own streams of income, do it all. I know it's a little hard trying to have a job and maybe have to do 3 or 4 other things to get these streams of revenue coming in. But even if nothing happens, you're going to be happy that you have these extra streams of income and revenue coming in. All right. So I want to thank you once again. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.